Just a quick recap. Francis, last session you spoke to Mr. Carlson after Thomas fell unconscious. An event that was seen by Tommy, prompting you, Tommy, to steal several items of Thomas's, including his hat, his bag, his money, his keys. Basically, you just robbed him. And you went to go check out his hotel where he was staying. But before you did that, you phoned your brother, who was visited by basically your boss called the businessman, who wanted you to oversee the purchasing of a rare object of some kind, hinting that they wanted to pay for it and maybe potentially steal it. And the only information you had regarding it was an object that was stolen from the Egyptian expedition. He basically didn't give you any more information and give you $10,000 in a briefcase to take to Arkham. So you drove there. While Tommy, you were going to check out Thomas's hotel, Francis, you instead went to collect the item for Mr. Carlson. So you went to Elias Wesley's book and antique store. And after the encounter with the owner, who seemed quite unhinged, he gave you a book and then was attacked by a scarred man, one that you recognized from the film premiere and the one who shot James Wallace. And you decided to not chase after him being by yourself, and you went back to the Swan Club instead. Tommy, while this was happening, you went to go and check out the hotel where Tommy, you went to the hotel to check out the hotel that Thomas was staying at. And you found some very strange things in his hotel room, like you found a dead animal, you found a small blood bowl with some blood in and some mixture of ink of some kind. And in one of the neighbouring rooms, which was blocked off with police tape, you saw what appeared to be a police officer, but only half of the body, and a lot of ash. Freaked out, you went back to the Swan Globe, roughly around about the same time that Francis arrived, and you both basically vied and tried to get the attention of Mr. Carlson to figure out what was going on. And just as that was happening, Sean, you arrived, and you spoke with your brother, had a bit of a catch-up and talking about why you were here. And during this, Francis, you went downstairs to go and give the item to Mr. Carlson, during which time a Mr. Atticus Langham walked in, looking quite serious and looking quite rushed. He didn't stop to talk to you, Tommy, or to you, Sean, and just went downstairs. You tried to follow him, and then he pulled out a shotgun and, for a better word, just blew Mr. Carlson away. After that, you tried to shoot and missed. The bartender shot him and he fell downstairs, knocked unconscious, and you took him into the same room where Mr. Carlson had been shot. Francis, you, after basically having a discussion between yourselves, Sean and Tommy, Francis, you went back upstairs. You didn't leave, and you just had a drink of some water. During which time the lights flickered and a strange atmosphere kind of appeared. Tommy, you saw downstairs that there was just clothes and a lot of ash. Most of the people that were there were missing. You had no idea what was going on. Francis, during which time the outside had completely blacked out, and the only person upstairs with you was the bartender. And after a few moments of Tommy and Sean, you trying to escape downstairs through the back door, again you were met with just sheer darkness. You went back upstairs to find the bartender opening the door and seeing somebody outside. I think it was Sean that went to the door, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so you went to the door and you saw a figure of someone there. The bartender shot into the darkness and the figure was gone, and then you closed the door. Again, you freaked out. You went back downstairs, Tommy and Sean, to check to see if Mr. Carlson's body was still there. He was, and so was Atticus Langham. You decided to bring Atticus Langham upstairs, and as you did, you heard some commotion. Francis, you kind of were out of it. You were kind of scared of the darkness, not looking at anything. Just as you got upstairs, Tommy and Sean, you saw the bartender hitting Tommy, you recognize to be Francis's friend or colleague or whoever he was, who didn't have a hat on, who was knocked unconscious by the bartender. You basically freaking out, Tommy, you ran over and just jumped on him just to bring him to the floor, basically. And just as we left off, Sean, who was with Atticus landing at the top of the stairs, he started to stir. And that's where we ended the last session. So,
Alright.
roleplay, Hall of Cthulhu. So that's why
So what's Atticus's current state? He's on the ground, but starting to wake up.
He's like, yeah, he's stirring. He's not really awake yet. At the end of last session, kind of like he mumbled something, but he hasn't really woken up fully yet. He's just stirring.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Francis, you're at a table drinking some water. The bartender's back at the bar, but you do notice outside has returned to normal, and you can hear people outside. You can hear people downstairs actually as well.
Hmm.
And can you guys hear the music? Just a quick question.
I can hear like a background kind of
An ambience. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, again, I can't hear anything. I have no idea. It's really...
Yeah, I'm the same. I can't hear anything, but that's because of just how my audio is set up. Which is
I can hear a nice, like a storm outside, and it's like a nice. Good.
So Atticus is starting to wake up. Everything's kind of returned to normal.
Is Atticus is still downstairs?
No, he's at the top of the
stairs.
stairs.
If you remember, you
I
left
dragged
Mr.
him up.
Carlson downstairs. Yeah, you were bringing him upstairs just to keep an eye on him. Because there was nobody else downstairs who was alive, to your knowledge, so you
Yep.
brought him upstairs just in case, to keep an eye on him.
I'm gonna go to the bar and grab some dish rags to put on where he was shot.
Alright, okay. The bartender helps you. There you go.
Yeah,
Did you have
less to help him and more to try to get my wits about me as everything returned to normal after kind of just what just happened.
Okay. Francis, what are you doing?
I don't really know what I'm doing. I was terrified. I'm just kind of sat there. I don't really think my mental status has progressed.
You feel relieved though, because you do notice that there is light outside, and there's people moving outside. From this main room, there's some street windows. You can see people like walking down the alley where this club is located.
I'd like to take a look outside and see how normal it is, and what time of day it is.
Okay. Are you wearing a watch?
Would I... let's see. I have a gold pocket watch.
A gold pocket watch. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to check that watch, or are you going to...
Yeah, I'll check the watch.
Okay. Yeah, you check the pocket watch. And it stopped ticking, but it does. You know when a watch or something, it's kind of running out of battery, and it just keeps like stuttering, like the needle keeps stuttering.
But it seems like it's at the... Like it's the same time
Yeah.
before things went crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it says 3:13.
3:13.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Is
that's
Ripley awake at this point?
no, he's
Or
just
is he
been
unconscious again?
knocked
Okay.
on the head with the handle of a revolver, and then jumped on by Tommy, who's just got off him and got some rags over to Atticus Landing.
I don't know what my character's gonna do now. His main contact is dead. Tommy is still... Well, Thomas is still Thomas. I guess I'm gonna try and hang on to Thomas for as long as I can, because I've got no leads. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just an actor. Oh god.
Tommy, are you wearing... Have you still got Thomas's stuff on you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
You do notice
Yeah,
that.
I
And you actually notice that he's wearing Thomas's.
That's right, you took his hat.
I take the hat, I put it on the table, and I pick up the duffel bag full of papers,
Okay.
and I put that on the table as well. And I look at Francis.
I'm going to stand up and it's like, why do you have his stuff?
Listen, I found some things.
Found some on his person.
He dropped it.
How much of that have you read?
Listen, you don't need to know nothing you don't need to know. Tell me
Oh,
what's going on here. Tell me what is going on here.
Oh, I think I have every right to know if you're reading through her personal effects. How much did you read?
I may or may not have been to the hotel.
Which
Tell
hotel?
me what's going on here.
Which hotel?
I think you know the one that I'm talking about.
My hotel. The one I'm staying at.
Listen. Tell me what the hell is going on here. What was going on when it was dark outside? What was going on with the people that were Ash? What is this?
What are you talking about, Ash people? I don't know what's going on.
Tommy takes the bag from off the table and slings it over his shoulder. And he grabs the hat, puts it back on his head. He goes over, he helps his brother, I guess. I'm not getting any information from this guy here. What do you think's going on?
Let's see. Sean wants to now.
Listen,
What are these papers? I whisper, and I nod to my brother, like toward the bag.
I
And I notice that he's nodding towards the bag.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna open it up, and I have no idea what this is. I came here for a meeting.
I opened the bag.
What the hell are we all talking about?
I'm going to walk on over and I'm going to try and snatch the bag away.
Okay.
Ooh.
Give me
Ooh, the bag snatcher.
Give me a dex roll just to see if you manage to snatch it without him like noticing first.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna try to make a dive.
I have the bag.
Yeah.
With that roll, he manages to just quickly grab it out of
Whoa.
your hands, and he's right in front of you. Yeah, you just grabbed it off you. Cleared it out of your hand. A couple of the papers.
Oh, I try to take it back. No, I guess I just take it.
You just take it.
I mean, it has nothing to do with me, right? I guess I just want
wants
answers.
the bag. He wants the bag.
Yeah. Take the bag. Listen, give me some answers, please. I can... What's going on?
I don't know. Ever since this little shit here has come into my life, there have been deaths. I have been stabbed. Someone tried to kill me in my sleep. I am at my wit's end.
All right. Francis, my friend. Listen, we can help. My brother here, he's a lawyer. He knows what's going on. I myself, I have a few contacts around town. I know what's going on. Listen, you just tell me what's going on here. So somebody got murdered. What happened when it turned dark outside? Did you notice that?
Yes, I did notice that, and I don't
He has no idea.
The bartender just like knocks a spoon or like a stirring implement on a glass bottle. Gentlemen, do you want a drink?
Yes, please.
That's all.
3 shots of scotch.
He-
Something good. 2 fingers. 2 fingers each.
He pours
Something strong.
Yeah, he pours you all out like half a tumbler glass of scotch.
So you're telling me, I say as I sip on my drink, that all these calamities and problems that you're having are a result of Atticus, this man on the ground?
No, I'm talking about that little shit over there, and I point to Thomas Ripley. For the past 3 days, every time he has appeared, something bad has happened.
What kind of bad?
Well, he was just saying. Murders, assaults in the evening. I'm just trying to think of
Are the cops still on the way? I asked the bartender.
Oh yeah, he did.
So there'll be about 6 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. Tommy starts, he takes the shotgun, he puts it on Atticus's body.
Did you have the shotgun on you?
I thought I did.
I thought
Did I
you
not?
put it down.
Anyways.
Shotgun you didn't. Pistol you did. Shotgun you left because that was the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Carlson, and you thought
Yeah.
that would be a bad
Yeah.
idea. That's what
You
you
left it. Right.
Pistol's mine.
Yeah, the revolver he had, yeah.
Alright. Well,
Yeah. So let's get this Ripley guy, and let's figure out what's going on.
I gesture towards the papers. What can you tell me about these here?
They have personal information. Some of it on myself. That he was in possession of. And. Oh, was that Arthur? Oh, Arthur made it.
Ah.
Okay. Hey, hello. Sorry, really
Hello.
sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you want to catch Arthur up on what's happened so far?
No, continue this, and then we'll catch
Okay.
up at an appropriate point.
Where was I?
You were telling us what was in the bag.
Personal information.
Yes, I've, It was something short of blackmail. But it wasn't written to me. It was written about me.
The implication.
Yes.
Tommy, just a quick out of character question. How much of it
Yes?
did you actually read? The stuff in the back.
I believe I just glanced through it and decided that it was worth it.
Yeah, I think there was a lot going on,
Or
I'm not
I
sure.
might have I can't remember if I said that I read some of it on the taxi drive back from or wherever. I don't
think you
remember.
did when you were putting on an English accent and.
You're absolutely right.
Listen,
One thing that would have
gonna pay off.
stuck out to you then would have been a file on Atticus Lemon. You would have noticed that, definitely.
all right. What did it? Do I have it?
You should, but I'll show you.
Ooh.
You would have noticed that.
Okay.
Just because you knew the name.
Yeah. Great. Was I talking?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, yeah, you have that this is in there, so. And that's what, obviously, some of what Francis was snatching that bag for. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I'm just sipping my scotch.
While this is happening then, Thomas, you start to wake up, and you find yourself lying on the floor. You don't really know where you are, but you hear voices. You hear Francis's voice, and you hear two other men's voice.
Okay, how long has been since?
You have no idea.
Like the last thing I remember is meeting the guy at the bar with Francis, and that's it.
Yeah, you remember having the meeting with Mr. Carlson downstairs. If you remember, you went to the bar and then you went downstairs with Francis.
Yeah.
Francis started speaking to him, you started talking to him, and he was talking about him wanting you to do something for him, and then he will give you information regarding the men who were in the car who visited Ashton Wells's house.
Okay,
and,
so
and then you remember nothing, and you just woken up on the floor, and you can hear Francis's voice and two other men.
okay, I'm gonna look for Francis.
Yeah, you sit up. You do realize straight away, though. Actually, give me intelligence roll just as you come to.
Okay.
Just know how much wits you've got about you.
Okay, it's the green one that I should have pressed. Sorry.
That's alright. You don't really realize at the moment. But you sit up and you can see Francis. Are you guys sat at the bar or sat at a table?
It's wherever they were, because I went to go over and snatch the bag off them.
You were at the bar then, right? Because
Yeah, I think we're sitting at that bar.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can see Francis at the bar with two other men, and they have their backs to you.
Okay. Hey, Francis, what happened?
I screech and I turn around and draw my gun.
Okay.
Okay, this again. I
Seeing
thought
this,
we have
Tom
resolved
goes-
this. Like I'm not shaken by the gun. Again. Okay, one question. How am I feeling?
How you
Like I
feeling?
was. Yeah, it's like I was really bad before because I was not sleeping at all. So
You feel quite.
Did I
refreshed,
rest?
actually. Yeah, you feel very rested.
okay.
But you have this sensation. It's just like a grumbling in your stomach. You feel quite hungry. You feel quite thirsty.
Okay. So Francis is pointing a gun at me right
Yes.
now.
And there's two other gentlemen at the bar. And a bartender.
Okay, I'm not gonna move, but I'm gonna look at Francis and okay, you're gonna put the gun down or what?
I'm
don't-
staying silent and I'm just shaking, visibly
I told you-
afraid.
Tommy
I
and
told you
Tom-
before, if one shoot me, shoot me.
I'm going
What?
to take a shot.
Oh man! Oh, I stand up and say, hey, whoa! Put the gun down here.
Is that before
This is out of control. The police are right about to arrive.
Francis, did you listen to that, or did you just pull the trigger?
Or did
I don't know. Make me a persuade roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Let's see. What do I have? Yikes.
Or a fast talk, or
No, I'll try persuade. That's what I got going here.
All right. Nope.
Nope.
Francis, you pulled the trigger.
Not very convincing.
Thomas just told me to shoot him. I'm visibly afraid of this man. I am going to shoot him or attempt to. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. Oh my
man.
god.
Just double check your character sheet.
Holy shit.
That was a one.
What?
What a blast!
Dude, you caught him in the collarbone.
So I'm just going to level up my handgun right now. Just give me a second. Yeah, that's a level up. I'm just. Yeah, extra 5 points and tick that.
Thomas. Well, first of all, give me a sanity roll as you go down to 1 hit point.
Oh shit.
Okay, you only take 1 point of sanity damage. The person that you've kind of been working with has just shot you right in the chest. And
Okay.
you are now effectively bleeding.
I did not expect to actually hit you.
Uh,
Right.
Tommy.
Yep.
Tommy goes for the gun. Tommy takes down Francis. You gotta do something. You can't be shooting guns off in my club, man.
Yeah. And what do you do, Sean?
So I'm just passed out on the
You're
on
not
the floor,
passed out.
bleeding.
You're not passed out, no, but you have just been shot in the chest.
Oh, it's
You are
okay.
bleeding.
Not my turn.
You require medical attention. And being a former medical student, you know this.
Oh, God.
Oh man. My attorney isn't quite sure what to do here. Because he
Police
is
are about 1
a
minute.
lawyer.
Can I assess my wound and see if I can tell anyone who's brave enough to try to stop the bleeding? Not Francis.
I was gonna say, all right. Sean grabs some more dish rags and quickly rushes over and tries to do whatever he can to the gunshot wound through the chest.
Okay.
And yells over to his brother, "Keep an eye on that on Francis here."
What I'll allow then, Thomas, give me intelligence roll. If you succeed,
The pistol.
then they will
And-
get a
and I
bonus
kinda
dice
keep-
on their first aid.
Well, I kind of keep an eye.
Okay.
First aid. Let's see.
Yeah, and
Talented first
you get
aidist.
a bonus dice. Whoever does the first aid, they get a bonus dice. Never mind.
Oh.
Oop.
You can use luck. Just sort of.
13 luck.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's all right.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to roll luck at the start to regenerate?
Yes, you are, sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone
Should-
roll
should we do that
1d10,
now?
just to add to your luck.
Don't we have to fail it first?
What do you do, yeah? Which should
Yeah.
be quite easy for
How do I do that?
just do a luck roll. If you fail, roll 1d10 and add that to your luck.
Everyone.
Yep.
Because it's the start of a
Alright.
session.
And I see.
Wow.
Yeah, Thomas, you don't. Okay, and Sean doesn't add either. Just type in /roll space 1d10.
Or /R 1d10.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's easier. /, sorry, not /.
How do you?
oh my god. It's the one down by the arrow. Yes, your question mark. You have to type roll.
Where?
/R or /.
I'm about to come over there.
1d10.
One D10.
Yep.
Yeah, enter.
Yeah.
Boom.
I did it. I never used, just clicked on stuff before.
Okay.
Everybody's learning.
But yeah, Thomas, you know that you'll need to go to the hospital for this. You'll be alright. For now. I'm guessing while you're doing the first aid, did you use those rags to kind of cover his wound?
Yeah, I mean, I do my best to try to staunch the bleeding.
Okay, with that intelligence roll, you do kind of articulate to them, Thomas, that they do need to keep pressure on the wound.
Okay.
So they know that. Please, you do hear a car closing outside. You can see a street officer, and you can see Francis. Where are you currently? Are you being held on the floor by Tommy?
I imagine so, yes.
Okay.
I've not been resisting.
Okay. So you're just on the floor. I would say you do glance towards the door as it opens, and you see a familiar face. You see Detective Gerald Davies again. And he just looks at you, Francis, straight away, and then he looks at Thomas, and then he just quickly tells the street officer, the uniformed officer, he's like, call the ambulance. And then he rushes over to Thomas. Nope. Sorry. The detective just comes over and applies pressure to the wound as well. What's going on here?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I'm keeping impression.
The detective looks over to Atticus Langham as well. He's got rags like on his shoulder where he was shot. There was a
I
call
say to
from
I say to the police officer, there's bedlam going on in here right now. Everything is out of control. This gentleman right here, Mr. Francis, I believe, just took a shot at this gentleman's chest. There's another body downstairs. The guy that's unconscious over there killed him. I was only coming here for a meeting. I have no idea what's going on.
All right.
Everyone's shooting everyone.
Tommy.
Yep.
Sean. As he talks to the detective.
Okay. So you tell him basically to shut up, like to stop talking.
Who, the detective?
No, Sean. Does he say Sean as he's talking to the detective?
No, I just
I was explained kind of what was going on as far as I've seen it. I guess I stand up here now that I'm not applying pressure to the wound and kind of wander back over toward the bar, having no idea.
Okay. The detective calls in the uniformed officer to keep pressure on the wound. He doesn't ask your name. He knows who you are, Thomas.
Okay.
He's just making notes in a small book. He walks over to Francis. Are you just lying on the floor still, Francis?
I don't know. Am I still being pinned?
No.
No?
Did Tommy get up when the officer walked in? Or were you here?
When the detective started talking to my brother.
Yeah.
No, when they took over putting pressure on the wound.
Okay. Sean stood up. Sorry.
Are you getting up? Is I think where we're at. I already stood up.
Okay.
And let the police take over. And then I
Yes.
take my brother.
Okay, the detective walks over to Francis. So this gentleman, Francis Darling, shot this other gentleman?
As far as I see it, absolutely.
Alright. He kneels down and he puts some handcuffs on you, Francis. Do you resist or do you allow this to happen?
I'm still in shell shock mode, so I'm just letting this happen.
Okay, yeah, you are currently handcuffed lying on the floor. The detective notices Atticus Langham lying on the floor towards the stairs. And this gentleman?
He's also a murderer as well.
He
I didn't witness that one. There was a gunshot downstairs, and this guy comes running upstairs all of a sudden, and there's a dead body downstairs. Only this larger gentleman is the guy that has all the answers.
Okay. He walks over to Atticus Langham and also puts a pair of handcuffs on him after checking his wound. He doesn't seem that fussed by the wound though. It's more artificial than the wound that Thomas has just sustained. Would you be able to show me around, gentlemen? Sean, he looks over to you, Tommy and Sean. Can you walk me through what happened? Another uniformed officer walks in through the door.
Yeah, I arrived here at the Swan Club for a meeting with this gentleman here, Mr. Atticus.
Okay.
And, or was it Mr. Callahan?
It was Mr. Carlson.
Carlson, that's the one. Yes.
You're Callahan.
That's right.
Yep.
That's because I'm reading it in front of me. And As soon as I arrived in the Swan Club here, came in, ordered a drink, and all of a sudden, shots are being fired downstairs.
Alright.
And this guy, Atticus, sprints through the room, doesn't say hi to me or my brother, and blammo. Then comes running back up the stairs. We tried to stop him, and after taking a look downstairs, we saw Mr. Oh shit, I didn't write it down.
Carlson.
Mr. Carlson dead on the ground.
Okay. The bartender is just like nodding, kind of a little bit like Francis right now, a bit in shell shock mode. He's just smoking a cigarette while drinking some scotch. And the detective like points downstairs. Can you show me where the body is?
It's down at the bottom of the stairs. You can take a look for yourself. I don't need to go back downstairs to see it.
Alright. Just stay here, gentlemen.
I made that mistake once.
He walks downstairs.
But good luck to you. I'm not going down there. And I keep drinking my scotch.
Okay. Continue to drink. Detective Gerald Davies walks downstairs. And there's a uniformed officer by the door, and there's a uniformed officer over Thomas's body. And you overhear the other officer tell the other one that the medical staff should be about 2 minutes away.
Oh man,
Do I
I
know
can't
if I
believe you
have
shot him with that critical.
I feel so bad.
I know. I'm kind of reacting and don't know how to deal with it.
Thomas,
Just a
you are
question.
lucid. You do know what's going on, and you can talk.
Okay.
But yeah, you are in a bad way.
Yeah, I
You
just
feel-
wake up and got shot.
Yeah. There's a good reason for that.
Okay.
If you're gonna shoot me, shoot me! Oh god, I got shot!
Yeah,
Yeah.
You did say that to the most mentally unstable person in the room right now.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it was not the right thing to say.
Oh, Jesus.
Now the detective is downstairs, and there's what, a uniform officer
There's a
that's.
uniformed officer over Thomas, applying pressure, and there's another officer just standing by the door. Just kind of like,
Gotcha.
kind of taking in the situation. Not really watching you, just, he's there.
I was just trying to picture the room, like the layout.
Yeah. So Atticus is kind of lying towards the top of the stairs. Still unconscious. He's kind of like mumbling. Give me a listen roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I hear what he's mumbling?
Yeah.
Can I also join in on that?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I have to scroll down, roll 20. It's so slow.
I failed.
And I failed anyways. It was not worth it.
Can I spend 4 luck points?
You can, yeah. Anytime you fail, you can choose to spend.
Can I spend 54 luck points?
Do you have
No.
54 to spend?
I believe I have 56. But no, I don't want
Doesn't
to.
seem worth it. Yeah, I'll pass it to me and roll.
All
They
right.
try to hear
So
what he's saying.
Sean does hear. You do hear him say, "Marcus." Marcus. That's all you really do hear. He just says Marcus.
Marcus, eh? And I kind of lean back at the bar and take another sip of my scotch.
Where's the duffel bag full of papers at this point?
It's on the top of the bar because I think Francis, he sat at the bar, right, and he drank his
Okay.
wine, just put it on top of the bar.
I wanna zip it up and I say, "Hey Sean, don't forget your papers."
And I take the briefcase and just put it on the bar stool next to me.
About a minute later, as this all occurs, you can see 2 other people enter the room. They look like medical staff. They've got a bag, and they walk over to Thomas. And yes.
Ooh. you get first aided and don't die, I think.
Pretty much. Oh, you only get 1 hit point though.
Oh,
So
God.
Thomas, you get 1 hit point back, and you do hear them saying he's stable, but we need to get him to the hospital now. They start like unfolding a stretcher from one of their larger bags, and they put you on it, and the uniformed officer helps you out of the club and towards what is essentially a 1920s ambulance.
I'm
yeah.
not picking it up.
The detective, he's gone for a few minutes, and he comes back upstairs, and he just says, who's closest to the stairs? Would you say Sean or Tommy? Where are you standing? Where are you sitting?
I'm closer to the stairs, I think.
Alright.
Kind of toward the end of the bar where there.
He looks up to you, and like, he just puts up 2 fingers and like, gestures you to like, come with him. Would you be able to show me where this body was, sir?
I kind of sit up straight, like where the body was.
I've just been downstairs and there's nothing. There's just a very strange residue. Looks like ash downstairs.
I follow the detective downstairs.
Okay.
I follow.
The detective walks downstairs and walks just straight past the room to the left where Mr. Carlson was, where you left him. And he just walks into like what is essentially underground boxing area. And he's just like pointing towards like all the ash basically. That's all that's here. You do look into the room on the left. Do you stop at the room, or do you follow the officer into the underground boxing area? The door is.
I follow. I'll follow. What? What was in the side room?
There's nothing there.
Or nothing there.
Yeah.
I'll follow the officer. Kind of over to where I think it was some boxing gloves and some ash.
Okay. Yeah, you show him where they are. Again, there just appears to be ash and just a few clothes, really. That's all you can really see. You can see the boxing gloves on the floor, ash around them.
Listen, detective. There was a body here. There's no blood in the other room or anything like that.
Which room? I've checked all the rooms down here, and there's no evidence of any body or any gunshot.
I kind of scratch my head, thinking, not quite sure what to tell him here because there's no evidence of any real bodies.
The detective he looks at the ash, and he kneels over it, and he can he puts his pen through the ash, and he can see basically what appears to be a watch just in the ash. And he's just taking notes of this. He looks quite confused. The expression on his face just washes over I don't know what's been going on here, if this is a practical joke or but I can't find any body.
I can assure you that it's not a joke, officer. This is as serious as it gets. I'm telling you right now. There was a body that was down here. There's shootings, and then I can't explain it.
Okay.
But that ash isn't normal. How'd that get here?
The officer just says, "Can you show me the room where the shooting happened?" And he just he's glancing at the walls for what you know, with your experience of looking for bullet holes or looking around the floor for casings or bullets. But there's nothing in this room. And he just asks you, where did the shooting occur? So,
Well, I bring him over to where Atticus had run down the stairs.
okay.
And kind of taken the shot.
Okay. And he does notice the shotgun on the floor. So it was a shotgun, you say?
Yeah. He ran straight through the bar with it, and took a shot toward Mr. Carlson.
He walks into the room that you show him, and he's like, again, he's just examining the floor. But this room seems like immaculate. Like, it doesn't look like anybody's been here in ages. There's no blood. There's nothing in here.
I shake my head, kind of in disbelief. This is wicked. This is wicked strange.
This is wicked strange.
This makes no sense.
Okay.
I start to walk back upstairs.
Alright. Detective just stays there for a moment again. He's checking the walls and checking the floors and making notes. Sean, you see Tommy get to the top of the stairs? Thomas, you're currently in an ambulance heading... They're keeping pressure on the wound and they're taking you to the... What do you call it? Place where people go for being shot.
Hospital?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's nothing much to do.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, just a question. How is my shadow? Like normal question.
Are you looking at your shadow?
Yeah, after I've been shot, I'm kinda worried about it.
Alright.
You're not on the ambulance.
Give me an intelligence roll.
Okay.
It just looks normal right now, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, you just feel light, you feel very hungry, you feel thirsty, and you feel drained right now, physically drained. And you do feel quite sleepy, but that's probably because of the drip that they've just attached to your arm.
Okay, I'm just gonna look to the paramedics and like, do you have anything to eat? I'm hungry.
When we get to the hospital, honey.
Okay.
The woman just looks to the other nurse and is like, makes an expression of like, what? Yeah, back to you. Sean, you can see Tommy just walks upstairs. Francis, are you just lay on the floor still?
I'm starting to regain my senses a little bit.
Okay.
How are the two police officers in this room?
One of the police officers left with the medical staff. One is kind of hanging out by the door, but not really standing in front of the door. He's just like leaning on the wall.
Okay.
And you hear some steps. Tommy gets up towards the steps. Can you give me a listen roll as well, Francis?
Yep. Success.
Yeah, you also hear Atticus Langham just mumbling, Marcus.
Marcus. Do I recognise that name?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
So Sean wants to ask Francis if he needs a lawyer?
If I need a what?
A lawyer.
A lawyer.
And I put my hand out and say, Sean Callahan.
I
Attorney
look down
at
at my cuffs and then look back at you.
Hey, just saying.
Everybody deserves.
Everyone deserves. Yeah, Constitution says everyone gets a fair trial.
You saw what happened. Tell me you weren't afraid of him. Tell that to my face. Tell me you weren't afraid of him.
Of who? Of
Count.
Tommy, the guy that just left in the ambulance? And I lean into Francis and I say, no one's gonna believe anything else that you tell him about what the hell we saw going on here. My brother ranting and raving about it's not gonna get us anywhere. I can't explain what happened.
But you know. You saw it.
But that's not what the police are gonna believe.
No. No. Perhaps I do need a lawyer. I'll think about it.
I'm just thinking that Tommy reaches the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I let Francis know that we can kind of work together here. We need to help each other out.
I give him a slight nod. A nod that hurts my pride.
I still can't believe you rolled it like a crit. An extreme.
God damn.
God.
One time you decide to shoot another player, it's a crit.
My mind
no.
is literally spinning. It was alright.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, you're lucky Thomas didn't lose any health previously, otherwise he would have been dead.
I'm lucky I didn't roll higher. I could have rolled higher.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep, I'm late to the game, and I'm
I
just dead.
I order another round of drinks.
Welcome back, bang.
And the bartender's already filled the tumbler glasses.
I feed Francis one. Because he, the
With
cup.
his cuffs.
Mm.
I yell over to the officer at the door and say, "Excuse me, officer. You need to double cuff my client here. This is a large man. It's uncomfortable."
If you've ever been arrested, you'd understand what that means.
Give me a persuade roll.
Ooh, what about a fast talk roll?
Can I do an
That's what I'm
art
saying.
acting? Can I do an art acting to make it look like it hurts to give him a bonus die?
Okay. Francis, give me a art acting roll. Okay. The officer walks over and he double cuffs you.
Okay. Okay.
And he props you up and sits you on one of the stools by the bar.
That's a lot of man to heft.
Police officer's pretty strong. Yeah, he picks you up.
Okay.
Tommy, did you go back to the bar?
Tommy actually just ran to the bathroom and he'll be back in a second.
Oh, okay. In real life here, or are we talking in game?
Yeah, no, out of game.
Okay, okay. A couple of minutes pass, and Detective English Detective Davies comes back upstairs, just taking notes, and he picks up Atticus Langham, props him up, holding him by his handcuffs, and he directs him over to where you are. He's kind of like, he's stirring, he's kind of awake, but like he looks out of it, like his skin is white. And the other officer takes him and directs him outside, and the detective looks at you, Francis. He's like, are you okay, sir? He's kind of
Yes,
frown.
I was a little bit startled.
Can you tell me why you shot what is essentially your friend?
I had witnessed a murder earlier today, and I was a little bit on edge.
I know you're going through some stuff, so.
Yes, the past few days have been a bit trialing. Only today I saw a man get decimated with what I believe a shotgun. To be quite honest, I was a little bit intoxicated. Thomas had fainted early in the day, and his waking startled me, and I shot him.
So what you telling me is it was purely accidental?
Absolutely. Sean is nodding in agreement.
Tommy nods as well.
Okay. Have you still got that kind of like look of disbelief on your face?
Just Tommy?
Yeah.
Tommy has a staring straight ahead look in his eye
Okay.
when in dealing with the police.
Oh. Okay. The detective just stares at you and makes a few notes. He's like, be that it may, Francis, darling, you will have to come to the station with me to answer a few questions. And he looks over to you, Tommy and Sean, and says, you'll also have to come to the station to answer a few questions too. But you're not under
Of
arrest.
course.
When are we coming down to the station to discuss this?
He looks over to Sean and Tommy. He says, sometime today. Obviously before it's too late. Francis, you will have to come with me now, but you two gentlemen, have you got any contact information or anywhere I could reach you by?
I assume Sean has like business cards.
Yep.
Which I hand him.
Yep.
It's my card.
He takes your card.
I'll be
takes his book.
I'll be staying here in Arkham for the foreseeable future.
And where will you be staying, sir?
What was the nicer hotel?
The nicer hotel. Marsh Street. The one that was mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Yes.
Was Marsh Street. 8 Marsh Street.
All right. I give him that address and say I'll be staying there, and I'll be down to the station shortly.
All right. And he looks to Tommy. And you, sir?
I nod at Sean.
And the detective notices that.
I tell him my brother will be heading back to his apartment and then heading down to the station.
All right.
Yeah.
Takes a note of that as well. He says, Francis, darling, would you be able to come with me?
Yes, of course.
He uncuffs you. And was the gun still visible on the floor?
I think Tommy could answer that question.
Yeah. Tommy, did you take it or did you just leave it? What did you do with the gun that was used to shoot Thomas?
Used to shoot Thomas.
The gun that I had.
Oh,
That Francis
I'm just like holding it in my hands.
In your hands?
This
whole time?
Did you take
No, I guess not. I suppose that I put it in my pocket.
Tuck it in.
Right,
Banner.
okay. I was gonna say that would kind of.
You've been waving
That
a
would be
gun.
absolutely.
You've been waving a gun. I would have told you to put it away.
Okay.
I completely forgot. Sorry.
Right, it's in your pocket. And Sean and Tommy, you can see the detective leaves with Francis. Francis, I won't make you roll for this. You do notice that they've still got the bag. It's on the seat next to
Okay.
Sean, I believe. What do you do?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm just gonna grimace slightly and put on my best acting face and walk out there looking innocent.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you walk out of that with the detective. You get into his car, and he drives you over to the police station. And you can see another car following as well. That's the other uniformed officer who was in a police car.
Do I still have my book that I may or may not have stolen from Elias?
Yes, you do still have that.
Okay. Just wondering.
He was giving you it. You didn't.
He was giving it to me, but I promised to pay him, and then he got knocked out, and I didn't pay him.
That is true. They may or may not be consequences of everything, but never mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I have a question? Can I make a question? Oh
Some
shit.
question, yeah.
Okay. The bag they're talking about is my bag.
Yes. Actually, you notice in the ambulance, just as you arrive at the hospital, your hat is missing, your wallet is missing, your keys are missing, your money is missing, and your bag is missing. Did you take his shoes? Or
You
did
guys-
use them?
Really? You guys robbed a poor person? Like,
I didn't. I didn't.
Nope. Neither did Sean Callahan, the attorney.
I did. What are you gonna do about it? Missed a 1 hit point.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Good to
great.
know.
I tried to get it back. I tried to get your staff back.
If I'm 100% honest,
And then you shoot me. Like, okay, I'm gonna save his things. Oh, look at him. Bang.
Look, okay, you startled me. You're scary.
I'm sorry.
Save
Everything
your
bad
strength,
has happened,
Thomas.
you
Save
did
your
that.
strength.
listen, right now, I'm just when I took all that stuff, I just saw it like my guy has some stuff now. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't know I was stealing from you.
Like you saw the bag and you like think loot. It's just loot. Like
Yes, loot is loot.
It seemed
I
important at
respect
the
it.
time.
Yeah, I respect that. I don't know.
Well, it's okay. With the theme of today, it seems that PvP's enabled now. So
Jesus Christ.
Can we go back to a sanctuary zone, please?
Thomas, they take you to a private room, and they just monitor you over the next day or so. I would say definitely the evening you're just recovering. But we'll get back to you in a second. Francis,
Okay.
the detective, again, do you say anything while you're in the car with the detective, or are you just like silent, like phased? What do you do?
I am silent.
Sorry.
I'm not phased anymore, but I'm trying to look like I'm phased.
All right, okay. So yeah, you are successfully acting, and
Okay.
he's driving you to the local precinct. If I can find it, I'll tell you where it is. Which is Parsons Street. Where is that? Oh, there it is. The local precinct is there on the map, if you can see it.
Okay.
Can everybody see that?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yep.
And you were here. So he's just driving to the local precinct. We'll get back to you then, as that's going to take some time. Tommy and Sean, the other uniformed officer, again, he takes a few notes and things, and they just leave. Leave you
All right.
there at the bar with some scotch.
I inform my brother Tommy to gather his things, and I grab the bag and we head toward my my car outside.
Okay.
I follow.
Okay.
And we're gonna drive over to your apartment there. We need to put a couple things away.
Okay.
All right. Just before I get behind the wheel, what are we rolling with here? You got to tell me.
What are we rolling with?
What are we driving with?
It's whatever car I have. I forget. It's in my character.
Ford Model T.
I thought it was something more stylish than that, but I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
sure.
Essex Coach Automobile, 1923.
Ooh, yes. So,
Yeah, I suppose I follow this plan.
and I'm gonna have you drop me off at the hospital. Hospital. Oh my God. Why? The police station.
Okay.
All right,
So he
sounds
drives
good.
you to the police station.
And on the way over, so Tommy, there's a little bit of cash in the car here, and I pull the briefcase out as he's driving over toward his apartment,
Okay.
and say, leave the money somewhere inside, as well as the gun or anything else that you have on you, as well as the paperwork or the briefcase that you took. And then make your way over to the. Let's give it a little time. Let's see exactly what's going on with Francis and the police here.
You want me going back to the police?
You're gonna have to sit down and answer a few questions.
All right.
And I make that in air quotes.
Okay. And do you drive to the police station?
For some reason, I can't hear anything on Discord.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear both of you.
Yeah. Apparently, Tommy can't hear.
It's because he went
Anything. I
AFK.
can hear the sound effects of the
Oh.
roll 20, and I can hear.
You
all
have
that
to
stuff.
You just have to rejoin the room in Discord.
Alright. How do I do that? Disconnect.
Just click game
yeah.
room 4.
You should be able to just scroll down to Game Room 4 and see everyone's names.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Alright.
if you aren't active for a little while, it throws you into AFK.
Sorry. I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
Just asking. So while you're talking, you're just driving over to the police station.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
If this is the master plan.
And just quick. Asking,
That's the only plan I got.
Just a quick question.
You would like a sweet roll?
No. You don't need to
Ooh.
need a roll. Just driving through the city. You only need
Okay.
a drive roll, really, if you like. 'Cause you both got a drive roll of 20, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like auto roll of like. Basically, 20 just means you can drive a car. So like, I'm not gonna make you roll
Right,
just
right.
driving through. a
There's
city.
nothing that's exciting going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just driving to the police station. However, like I made you roll before because obviously, like you're trying to make time to get to Arkham before.
Right. I was actually trying to get there for a purpose,
Yeah.
and driving through Massachusetts is dangerous no matter what time it is.
Exactly. But driving through Arkham
Um,
isn't too bad. You get to the police station. Sean, just a quick note. Did you tell Tommy what Atticus said, or did you keep that information to yourself so far?
No, I never mentioned the name Marcus to anybody.
Okay.
It's not, the name isn't familiar to me.
Okay.
I don't think. So I don't see much purpose to throw it out there.
Okay.
I suppose could say as we're cruising along, toward the police station. Ever heard the name Marcus there, Tommy?
I feel like I have my notes.
You did, yes.
What's that?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I know Marcus. Good pal of mine.
Do you have your notes, or
Okay.
can you remember?
It must be my other notebook. No.
It was a message I sent you on Discord before you guys joined the sessions, if you remember.
Son of a bitch.
You might not have written Discord.
No. I don't remember. I apologize.
Okay, no, that's okay. You know that it was a man that Atticus Langham was working with, and every time, because you've worked with Atticus before, obviously he's kind of essentially like your kind of criminal boss, but not really.
Yeah.
You just worked with him, but you know basically Atticus's boss was called Marcus, and every time Atticus went to meet him, it seemed that he always like made an excuse, or there was always something else he wanted you to do. You've never actually met Marcus at all, but you do recognize the
Okay.
name.
I say, yeah, I know the name. I heard about him through a couple contacts through the grapevine.
So who is he?
He's
And why was Atticus saying his name as he was starting to wake up?
as far as I know, it's just Atticus's boss.
Hmm.
Somebody we worked for. The guy was always flaky. Never could get him pinned down. Why do you ask?
Atticus was whispering his name as he was I don't know, kind of unconscious right after everything kind of settled down.
Tommy shrugs and waves for Sean to leave the car. As we're sitting up front of the police station, and he feels like
Okay.
Yeah, so I suppose Sean heads inside.
Okay.
And Tommy takes off towards the apartment, my apartment,
Okay.
that I've been
You head up to
staying
the
at.
apartment. Sean, you enter. There comes to like a bit of a hustle and bustle, and there's only a couple of officers in like the reception area. One of them approaches you. He says, "Name, sir."
Sean Callahan.
Right. if you come with me, it looks like they've been waiting for you.
What was the name of the detective that I was dealing with?
Detective Gerald Davies.
And is that the same guy that came out to me?
Yes, it was, yeah.
And, yeah, no, I shake his hand, say, I understand that you want me to answer a couple questions about what I saw.
Yeah.
But there's the possibility that I could be representing the gentleman Francis that you have in custody at this time.
Okay.
So if you like, I can answer any questions you want. But I'd like to sit down and get a chance to talk to my client.
Okay, Thomas, you get another 40 points back. Okay. They just nod and they take you down a short corridor and they take you to what looks like one of the interview rooms. They just say, if you'd like to wait in here, sir, detective should be with you soon.
All right. I ask him for a smoke.
Yeah, he hands you a cigarette. And he hands you a pack of matches as well. Help yourself, sir? Would you like some water? Or coffee? Or a coffee? Sorry.
A coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah. I'll take a coffee.
Coffee.
A couple of donuts. Wicked good. Boston cream.
Fucking dunks.
He heads off and he just comes back, brings you a cup of coffee and he sets one opposite you as well. About like 20 seconds after the like receptionist officer leaves, the detective comes in and he sits down. He places his like what essentially is you've seen True Detective, so basically what's like a Rust Cole style big black book that he's writing on. And he just takes a sip of the coffee. He says, "Thank you for coming, sir, as quickly as you did." He looks at his notes. It is my understanding that you're also willing to represent Francis Darwin, too?
Absolutely. I think he presents a unique case.
Alright. He says, I will be speaking to him after. So, after we've finished our little interview, if you would mind just waiting around for a while, and when I ask Francis Darwin some questions, you can join in on the interview if you wish.
All right. My nod. Sounds good to me.
He just takes a few sips from his coffee and checks through his notes. He's like, could you tell me why you were at the Swan Club today, sir?
I was there for a meeting.
Alright, and who are you meeting, sir?
No, I was supposed to be meeting with... Oh my God.
Clarence Carson?
I'm Mr. Carlson.
Yeah.
And,
That's the club owner.
correct.
Okay.
But when I arrived, Mr. Carlson seemed to be presently engaged.
Alright. So where were you when this, he looks at his notes, Mr. Atticus Langham entered the building with the shotgun as the other...
I was standing up near the bar with my brother drinking a gin and tonic.
He does look at you. Where is your brother?
He's on his way to park my car and then head over here himself.
Alright.
But I did with everything that happened. I'm not this one.
Okay. And says, can you tell me as accurately as you can, sir, just give me a step-by-step account of what happened from your perspective. So
And I just kind of
Yep.
Yeah, it's at the bar drinking a gin and tonic. Atticus comes through the front door as I'm waiting to meet with Mr. Carlson, and zooms downstairs. Suddenly, there's a gunshot, and Atticus tries to flee back up the stairs.
Alright. Is that it, sir? Was that the moment when Mr. Atticus Langham was shot?
Yeah, as Atticus ran back up the stairs, the bartender, bam, takes a shot right into Mr. Atticus's shoulder.
Okay. He makes
And
a note.
he falls. he falls back down the stairs, and seems to have been blasted unconscious.
Okay. And what happened after that, sir? What led up to the moment of Mr. Francis Darlin shooting his friend?
So yeah, Mr. Darlin is downstairs and is witness to some of this and runs back upstairs and has a seat just kind of at the bar.
Okay. And then, where was he looks at his notes again, Mr. Thomas Ripley Jr.? Where was he when all this was occurring?
I'm pretty sure he was Thomas upstairs the whole time? Like out of character. I'm just trying to recall where Thomas ended up.
Tommy did tell you that his friend Thomas was in one of the rooms downstairs unconscious. Literally all you know is when you went back upstairs, there was a figure of Thomas in the darkness, which is what the bartender shot at. He was gone. You went back downstairs to get Atticus upstairs, and then Thomas was being struck by the bartender, hit in the back of the head.
Okay, that's okay. Because I just couldn't what my character would actually know.
From your perspective.
Yeah. So right. So yeah, exactly. I kind of reiterate to him that all of a sudden Thomas comes out of nowhere.
Okay.
Before that, he was downstairs somewhere, and once me and my brother tried to help Mr. Langham back upstairs, suddenly this Thomas guy is just kind of coming out of nowhere, and I want to make sure that I don't mention anything about the darkness or any of the figures that I saw or what the bartender saw.
Okay, all right. Let me just make a note. Do you know the name of the bartender? It doesn't matter if you don't, so we can get that information. But it would help.
Yeah. Old Smitty. Everyone loves him. No, I am not sure of his name.
You didn't catch his name. Did you say that? Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch his name.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Story checks out as far as I can tell. If you'd just like to wait here, finish your coffee, and then if you would like to join the same sort of questioning to Mr. Francis Darlin, since you seem to be the only person stepping forward to represent him in this case.
Yeah, I'd actually like to a couple minutes to speak to Mr. Darling in private.
Give me either, since the setting and he knows you're a lawyer, an attorney. Give me either a law roll or a persuade roll with a bonus dice because of the situation.
Yeah, I'll roll law because I would cite Constitution. Right to fair trial.
All right, yeah.
14 to 75.
Yeah. I'll give you 5 minutes with him. Would that be sufficient, sir?
Yeah, I nod. Thank you,
All right.
detective.
He takes you. If you take your coffee, sir, and he brings you over to another interview room, just down the hallway, the corridor, and he takes you to the interview room, and you can see Francis Darling. He sat there. Francis, have you accepted a cup of coffee as well?
I would accept a cup of coffee if offered.
Okay. The detective just opens the door, and you can see Francis Darling sat at one of the interview desks, holding a cup of coffee, kind of like looking into it. Francis, you look up as somebody comes into the room, and you can see Sean. I'll give you 5 minutes, sir, and then he closes the door behind you, and then you can hear steps as he walks back.
So I nod to Francis. Say, so how do you want to try to spin this, my friend?
Spin this?
Well, if you break it down, simple facts, you have shot a man. In the United States, I don't know how familiar you are with the law. One way or the other, someone gets in trouble for things.
Indeed.
But
I suppose it's fair to give you a bit of background as well. A few nights ago, I was the victim of a home invasion, where a man attempted to kill me in my sleep, and he was shot to death by me in defense. I was acquitted, and that was the last I have heard of it so far.
Ah, I start writing some of this information down to take notes.
Okay.
Say there's a possibility we could cite some of this as to your state of mind as we were in the bar.
And also, a couple days ago, before this event, I came across the body of a Joseph Williams. He was dead with his tongue removed, and it seemed he was choked. A day after I had my life attempted on, I was stabbed at the theatre I worked at, and I believe it was last night I witnessed a murder in the theatre. So, as you can imagine, I've had a fair few days so far.
Sean kind of looks up at him, at Francis, and so all this happened in the last 3 days?
Correct. This has been a hell of a weekend.
I'm curious if how much of this where of here in Arkham?
Pardon? You cut out for a sec.
Oh, how much of this are the police aware of here in Arkham?
All of it, I believe. The police were called for Joseph Williams. The police were called at my apartment. The police were called at the playhouse, and the police were called at the theatre.
So there's plenty of document.
Yes, this is also not the first time I've met Detective Gerald Davies in these past few days either.
Ah. Well, I think that's how you're going to want to play this, my friend.
And between you and me, this Thomas Ripley has been at nearly every single one of these events.
So there's a connection with this Thomas Ripley.
He appeared at my apartment when I had my life attempted on. He was just there.
And I make note of this, and say, all right, I think that is something that we might want to mention to the detective, and let Detective Davies know and see if he can find out from Thomas exactly where he was that evening.
Do you think it would hurt this case here to mention that, though? Would that not seem like intent?
I think it seems like Thomas has been stalking you, and from what we could see in the bar with 2 witnesses, me and my brother, as well as the bartender, that this man suddenly jumps out of nowhere. You've been assaulted, witnessed a murder, and are you're in a troubled state here. You're clearly the victim. So it's only natural that you would arm yourself to defend yourself. Suddenly some man is jumping out of nowhere, yelling after a bunch of fire and guns and craziness going on. At least it might lower your bail.
Perhaps.
I'm just trying to think of a way to spin it because, Sean is not in denial about the other stuff that he saw, but certainly doesn't want to bring it up or mention it.
I think maybe we should spin it as an accident, perhaps. Maybe not mention too much that he's been present. I believe he's already aware that
Oh, okay.
Ripley has been present.
Yeah, he is. Same detective.
Yeah.
All right. So I also want to ask Francis. So right now my brother is holding on to the bag that you were trying to hide. and I might not have gotten a chance to go through it, but I probably will have the opportunity in the foreseeable future. So, what can you tell me about its contents? That seems to be so... I'm not sure.
I'm not too familiar with its overall contents, but there is a piece in there which is nothing short of blackmail about me, but not to me. It was in reference to tricking me into helping the now deceased Joseph Williams. However, when I went to meet Joseph Williams on the basis of this facade, he was already dead.
Just a trail of bodies here.
Also, this letter was apparently given to me by Ripley. It was slid underneath my door at night. Apparently, he believes that one was sent about him as well.
I asked what Francis has on his person.
What would I have on my person?
You don't have your gun now. You
No.
have your wallet.
Okay.
You don't have your sword, obviously.
No, that's still in my apartment. That's still on the wall in my apartment.
That's all you have. To my knowledge, all you were carrying was...
God pocket watch and a book.
Yeah.
Would I still have the book, or would that be in evidence?
Give me a... Just because the police are fairly understaffed right now, there's chaos going on. Give me a sleight of hand roll to see if they manage to find it or not.
I have points in that. Never mind.
Yeah, you can find it. It's currently in evidence, waiting for when or if you are allowed to walk.
Okay. I'm not mentioning this to Sean.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
No.
I was just, I do ask
Yeah.
what you have on your person right now, but, you don't have to tell me anything.
Just say pocket watch and wallet.
And just as that happens, the door opens. Detective walks back in. Would you be able to take a seat, sir? He looks over to Sean.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He sits down opposite you again, puts his black book down. This is okay. Francis Darwin, would you be able to just run me step by step through accounts of what happened? First of all, can you tell me why were you at the Swan Club today?
I was following up on the disappearance of a colleague of mine.
And what was the name of that colleague?
It is Georgie Wellington. Yes. I believed that Mr. Carson might have been able to help me. He seemed eager to help me. I believe he was just about to tell me something as a man entered the room that we were speaking in and shot Mr. Carlson.
Which room is this, sir?
I described the side room
Okay, he makes one.
off from the boxing ring.
And can you describe the gun? Can you describe the person who shot Mr. Carlson?
It was a double barrel shotgun, right? Sawn off? Yeah. Yeah. I say it's a
12
sawn off 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Okay.
12
I-
shot.
I describe Atticus as best as I can from memory. And I describe the shotgun.
He just makes
Right.
notes as all this is happening. And what happened after, sir?
I went to check on Mr. Carson. I hadn't left the room. He shortly passed as my lawyer's brother entered the room. I quickly excused myself from the scene to await the police upstairs in the bar area. Some time passed. I was offered a few drinks.
Why are you saying that? Making a sanity roll.
Sanity roll.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. That's an extreme.
Okay.
Ooh.
You don't lose any
Keeping
sanity.
my cool.
But you
Okay.
can, for some reason, they're not really in your vision, but for some reason you can feel the shadows in the corners of the room.
Oh boy. In that case, I visibly start to cower in myself, and
So you do manage to keep your composure though. It's like-
oh, okay. I was feeling a little bit shaken, especially over not much sleep from the weekend that I've had. And there was a noise behind me. I was startled, I panicked, and I shot. Then my lawyer's brother subdued me with no resistance, and then the police arrived.
And it wasn't until after you were subdued that you noticed it was your friend Thomas Ripley Jr.?
Correct.
Okay. He just makes a few notes. And you can see the way he's looking around the room, you can see like he's thinking. Also, I got another question for you, if you'd be able to answer this, sir. You were at the premiere yesterday night, were you not?
That is correct, yes.
Would you be able to... I understand you were one of the people attending the after party after the premiere?
Yes, I imagine this is in reference to James Wallace,
Yeah.
his unfortunate demise.
Witnesses... Well, from what I understand, that you tried to help him after he was shot?
Yes, I attempted first aid, and unfortunately I was unable to stem the bleeding, and he died.
He just looks at you. Francis, give me psychology.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Never mind, that's a 70 over 25.
There's like a look on his face as you say that, but he manages to suppress whatever it meant. It's just like a passing thing. Actually, Sean, you're there. Can you give me a psychology roll as well?
It's like, gee. Once I find it.
Should be in the middle column.
Huzzah!
On the detective's face, as Francis talks about James Wallace and what happened, there's something in his face that tells you that he's not saying something. It's something he knows, but he's not saying. And the look that you get from his eyes, just the way his face twitches when he says that. But the look just like goes up like in a millisecond. You just managed to catch it.
Trying to think of how I can make a law roll to... Hold on. Let me think. I got into, but did not attend law school once. I remind him that the state needs to be entirely honest and reveal all information regarding my client's case in order to present the best defense. I have no idea.
Give me a law roll.
I'm just trying to call him out on something, kind of.
Okay.
Or almost a fast talk. I don't
He's
know.
actually
Law.
looks over to you and he's like, In which case would this be concerning, sir?
I'm asking you. I'm saying any information that the client needs to be made available.
Of course, sir. Any information that is pertinent to this case, I will let you know.
In the previous, yeah. No. Okay, sounds good.
Is what happened last night
Right.
relevant to this case?
Right. Exactly.
From what we're
My client's state of mind is extremely important
Okay, I have another question.
and
now.
pertinent to this case.
Francis, could you describe the man that you saw at the premiere last night?
Plead the fifth.
What is the fifth?
Anything you say might incriminate you in a crime. You do it. This is kind of a broad bullshit way that it's used in 2017.
I'm going to ask him if did you get the report of when I was stabbed in the theater?
Are we talking to the detective here?
Yes.
Yeah, we were made aware of that, sir. Your friend Georgie actually made the call.
Yes. I'm under the impression that that was the man who shot James Wallace.
Okay. Would you be able to describe his physicality, his appearance?
Yes, he was shorter than I. Light hair, heavily scarred face.
Okay.
That's as much as I could glean from him.
He turns a few pages in his book and finds what he's looking at. He's like, yeah, that does corroborate with what the other witnesses said. I don't know, I'm off the record, I'm just concerned about your own safety, sir. And to me, it isn't a surprise that you shot somebody being surprised. I will say that you will be free to walk today, sir, but we will be watching you, and please refrain from handling any firearms in the next few days.
Of course. Yes.
And any sign of any danger, don't try to tackle it yourself. Please notify the correct authorities.
Of course, yes.
I don't know, personally, I just think that there's something going on. I'm not entirely sure what it is right now, but there's far too many coincidences and connections between these things than the information I have currently. There's something going on. And certainly what's happened today at the Swan Club. And he looks at you, Sean, and as far as I can tell, I don't know what your brother, he looks at his notes, Tommy Callahan told you. When we went downstairs, there was no body. We found the shotgun, which so far everybody has let us know that that's the weapon that was used, but there's no shells, there's no casings anywhere, there's no entry-exit wounds, there's no blood, the wall's not damaged, there's no evidence of shooting taking place.
Yeah. Sean just tries not to react.
Okay.
Kind of knowing that that's not exactly what happened.
Okay, can you give me a intelligence roll? That will be against the detective's psychology.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Just a success. Just a success. Never mind the detective doing it. Alright. Francis,
Perfect.
you will be free to go. He hands you like a form, what basically looks like a disclosure form. And he hands you his pen. He says, would you be able to sign this, sir? Just to basically disclose the information. Yep.
Yes, of course. Is it okay to sign this? And I look to Sean.
Yeah, I would just read the document.
Yeah.
Make sure that there's nothing implicates.
No,
There are no other bodies in. There's no
no.
extra shooting, and as long as I have a sworn affidavit from the detective that states that my client is exonerated for shooting a man in the chest,
Jesus.
then yeah, sign the shit out of it, and I want to make a couple copies.
There's nothing talking about the shooting. The detective just tells you that it's an ongoing investigation and Francis Darling will be under surveillance.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
But at this time, you're not charging him with that crime.
Then I will
Not
sign
until we've
this.
spoken to Thomas Ripley Jr. As far as we know, he seems to be stable at the hospital. Well, we've been notified. But yeah, unless he presses charges, we're just gonna... And then he just runs you through basically what you said before. The detective kind of already figures out that's kind of the spin that you were gonna say anyway. Like, he takes your mental faculties into account, what's happened over the last few days, and he just says the whole thing. He says there's too many coincidences with things being connected, and that it's an ongoing investigation. They're not leaving this alone. It's not saying you won't be charged in the future, but right now you're free to go. And yeah, they are investigating what's been happening. It's basically just a witness disclosure form. Basically, just to say basically what you have said is true evidence of court, blah blah blah. You've signed many of these, Sean. You've seen this
No.
before.
Yeah, that's all in order. Everything looks
Okay.
good.
I will sign that.
And he looks over to you, Sean, as well. Since you're standing in as his attorney right now, would you be able to sign too, sir?
Oh yeah.
Okay. He signs it. He takes the paper and slides it into his book. Yeah, if you would feel free just to walk over to the reception. Again, if you just sign a release form, you'll be able to get your property back. He looks over to you, Francis Darling. I believe you had a book or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a book on
Yeah,
me.
just make your way over to reception. There should be somebody at reception. We're fairly understaffed right now, especially with the stuff going on right now. And yeah, he just says, now I'm gonna go and speak to Atticus Langham, and he looks over to you, Sean, and your brother Tommy will be here soon.
What information do you need from my brother at this point in an investigation like this?
Again, it's just corroboration.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, he said he would be down here. Let's give him a first.
Okay. I would say this has taken all about 30-40 minutes in total by the time this has all happened. We'll go to Tommy. Tommy, what were you doing during this time? So you're driving back to your apartment?
Yeah, I was heading back to my apartment.
Okay.
And I was, as far as I could, hiding the, or just kind of stashing things there. I bring the money inside, put it underneath my couch, or underneath my mattress. Yep.
Okay.
And
Do you look in the briefcase, or do you just put it in under your mattress?
didn't he show me what it was, or he told me what it
He
was?
said he had money, but he didn't open it, right?
I trust him.
Okay. Yeah, you put it.
I
in
had,
your bed.
regardless of what it is, yeah. And I start rifling through this, the bag of all this stuff. I kind of want to make myself familiar with it. Not that I want to bring up anything specific or familiar, but
Okay.
if in the future I hear anything, kind of related to whatever's in there, I want to at least have some kind of idea what's going on.
Okay, I will just quickly show you everything that you found.
Yeah, I have it all
You have it
actually
all, okay.
under handouts.
Okay,
A business card, letter for Nolan,
Yeah.
file on Thomas Ripley,
Yeah.
Francis Darling, Atticus Mysterious, note, page, and the dream.
And you did find a telegram on in the suit of Atticus Langham when you found his gun.
Yes.
You have that telegram as well.
Okay. I kind of put everything in the bag, and sorry, that was my cat.
That's all right.
I have I guess I just kind of put the bag in like a closet or something. I'm not really trying to hide it or anything.
Okay.
And I guess I just wait around. I'm kind of expecting at least something to happen. I don't want to go back immediately. Kind of waiting for a call, I suppose.
Okay. You wait about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. A call doesn't happen.
I mean, I keep reading the things.
Okay. Yeah. You're just reading through the stuff. Okay. Hada. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. No Chinese. Sorry. We'll go to Thomas then. Thomas. You rush to the hospital. They manage to stabilize you, and they start basically injecting you with a few drugs. You feel amazing right now. You still feel hungry though and quite thirsty. They give you some water and things. They bring some food to you. Can you give me an intelligence roll?
Oh shit.
Okay. As this is all happening, it's happening quite fast. You don't really know what's going on, but you know they're trying to help you. You start just seeing images of the same masked figure that you did before. And for some reason, you have the feeling that you've seen it more times than you think you have. And you start just getting images in your head of wandering on what appears to be like silver, almost black sands, and just wandering on these sands. There's no buildings, there's no people. You're just walking on these black sands with the starry sky above you, and you seem to be wandering again, cold, hungry, thirsty, until you reach what appears just to be a large black pyramid in the distance.
Okay.
And you walk for what appears to be hours. You just get these images, almost like memories, of just walking on these black sands. They feel incredibly cold. You've lost your shoes, your hat's missing, your bag's missing, your wallet's missing, your keys are missing. And you're just wandering on these sands until you get to this large, black, monolithic-sized pyramid, which looks like black marble, but it's not reflecting anything. You manage to find a entrance, and you walk in. Again, there's no light inside, but you feel quite familiar here. You can't really describe the feeling, like, you know when you're walking in your own home and you kind of, even if it's dark, you haven't turned the light on, you kind of know when to turn if you're finding your toilet or something. You're quite familiar with it. Do you know that feeling?
Yep.
You have that feeling walking what appears to be down steps, in the dark, in the pitch black, until you get to what appears to be this circular chamber. And in the middle of this circular chamber, there is a small pedestal with the only way you can describe it is like a triangular slot of some kind, a hole, with like a circular pattern with another circular pattern on top of it. You walk over to it, and at first you feel you just don't know what's going on, and then you touch it, and then as soon as you touch it, your vision changes. You don't even blink. It just again feels quite natural. You find yourself standing outside of the Swan Club, and you can see the bartender, and the bartender looks frightened, and then you can see the man who is sat next to Francis. You can see Sean. I think you heard his name. Again, looking at you, looking quite scared, not knowing. They look quite confused. The bartender pulls a gun up to you and shoots. And as he does, as the flash of the revolver goes off, again, you're back in this chamber. And you feel quite alone, you feel quite scared. So you try and find the way you came from, but you get lost in this basically maze-like structure. And just as you reach the end, there is a light towards this end of the corridor, and as you get there, on the doorway, which just looks like a normal wooden door, as far as you can see, your shadow is just, for some reason, it's unnaturally cast and it's on the door. Can you give me a power roll?
Yeah.
Okay. You put your hand on the what do you call it, the handle of the door, and you turn it. The shadow does the same thing. The shadow over your hand and turns. You feel a chill, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the Swan Club, behind Francis. You kind of scramble to, like, all of a sudden you just feel the warmth come back to your body. You feel very hungry. You feel very thirsty. The bartender that you saw before rushes over to you and smacks you in the head. It kind of knocks you unconscious a bit, and then you can see Tommy rushing towards you and jumping over you, bringing you to the floor. You fall unconscious. You just see black again, just black, and then you wake up, and then Francis shoots you after telling him, "Shoot me." And you just suddenly, it's just this rush of memory, this rush of imagery, and again just this figure, this masked figure just staring back at you in the shadows. Almost, you feel as if it's almost near you in the hospital room where you are.
Almost what?
You almost feel as if even though it's just a memory, it's something that you see in your mind's eye, you feel like the figure is watching you in this room right now.
Okay. I can feel it, but I can see it, or I can...
It's just a feeling you have. You can't see it. It's a feeling.
Okay. And my shadow is where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, your shadow
Okay.
is where it's supposed to be. Underneath
Okay, I'm just like laying down in a bed or something?
you. Yeah, you're lying down on the
Good.
bed. There's like a small drip. They've injected you. You don't know exactly what it is because you're being quite out of it. But they've injected you with a series of injections. They took the bullet out. You heard that it was a clean wound. And they managed to stitch you up, and you're currently, like, you're missing your clothes, you're just in a hospital gown, and there's like bandages like surrounding your torso and your chest where you were shot. It's still quite painful, and even with the drugs, whatever they've pumped into your veins, you can still feel it's going to take time to heal.
Okay, is there anyone with me? Or is just me?
No, there's no one currently in here, but there is nurses walking up and down the corridor.
Okay, can I see a notepad with a pen somewhere?
A notepad
Like
with a
close
pen.
to me? Yeah.
To the end of your desk, there's like a patient's board. Like, you know when they write down like your progress, or they write down like what's happened and things. You can find that.
Yeah, okay.
It's there is a paper there at the end of the bed.
Okay, I'm gonna get the notepad.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna read to see what happened to me.
Okay, incredibly
While I
painful, but you managed to bend down enough and manage to grab it using your feet in your hands, because kind of moving with your chest is quite painful right now. Yeah, you look at the pad, it just basically says like bullet, no exit wounds, clean entry, no shrapnel, etc. And course of morphine. And they're going to
Okay.
keep you in. Apparently, they want to keep you in hospital for a few days.
Okay, there is a pen in the
Yeah,
in the
it's
notebook, right?
attached. It's on like a string attached to the
Okay,
board.
I'm gonna look for a blank page,
Yeah,
or
you can
just
turn to fresh sheets. Yeah.
yeah. I still can feel it, the presence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write in a notepad like, who are you, or what are you?
Okay.
Talk to me. And I'm gonna keep grabbing the pen, just like I know he can control me for what I've seen, so I want to know what it is.
Okay. You write those questions, but you get no answers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just yeah, you've written on the page. There's nothing. Again, yeah, it's just this uneasy feeling of being watched.
In my dream, when I was walking the sands,
Yeah.
when I saw the sky, did I see any constellations that I can remember?
No. Give me. Knowledge roll then. Just give me an education or an intelligence roll. I would say education actually. This is more educational. Nope. Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't really recognize. It was a very beautiful sky. And there's some of the stars and some of the colors in the sky. You could almost see nebulas in the distance. It was very strange, but a very beautiful sky.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can do much. Like they're saying the notepad that I'm gonna stay like a few days.
They want to keep you observation for a few days. And looking at the doctor's notes, basically the doctor says, you don't know how professional this is, but the doctor basically says, you're incredibly lucky
Okay.
that they didn't hit any major organs at all, or any major arteries, considering it was in the chest. You hit your lungs, but nothing major.
Is there anywhere right if they try to contact someone close to me?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
It's just a bed, and there's like a fold-down table for meals. Like you're currently attached to like a drip of some kind. There's some water to the side, and there's like a plate of sandwiches, kind of half eaten already. Yeah. Apart from that.
Okay, I'm just keep laying down and try to make sense of the dream. I know already. I think that it was not a dream. It may explain why Francis shot me. So I'm just trying to figuring out the rest, like trying to recognize the people in the vision that I had that I don't know who it is.
Okay. Yeah, right now you just don't know if it's real, if it was a dream. It's very muddy, it's very confusing.
Yeah, so I suspect it's real because I think I like you say I don't remember after meeting
Yeah. Your memory is
Carson.
pretty much yeah.
So I know before that I had my bag, I had my shoes, I had my wallet, and in my vision they knocked me out and then took those things. So I think like I believe that was real, some part of it, not the monolith, but I'm just trying to figure things out and see if I recognize anything of the vision. There's nothing much I can do.
It'll take you quite some time to do that. Okay. We'll go back to Sean and Francis. You get so the detective leaves you behind. As far as you know, the detective goes to another interview room. After saying he needs to speak to Atticus, and he is waiting for your brother Tommy. Yeah, and he lets you walk through to the reception. Francis and Sean.
Okay. I'm gonna see about getting my book back.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think that was the only thing taken from me.
The receptionist, he walks up to you, slams a release form onto the desk, and then gives you a pen, and then walks back to like a caged area where there's like appears to be like temporary evidence or temporary basically.
Yeah.
And pulls out a book, takes it out of the plastic bag, and puts it on the desk for you.
Okay. There's nothing bad in this document to sign. It's just a release form.
asking me or you're
Yes.
asking Sean?
Asking you, because I'm just reading it
No,
myself.
it's literally just a release. It says property of your name, Francis Darling, and then it's just like a
List.
of basically what they took off you.
Okay, I will sign that and get my book back.
Okay. You sign that, takes away the form, they put it onto like a stack of paperwork and put a paperweight on that. Thank you, sir.
What's the book called, by the way?
There's no name.
Okay.
It looks like a very old cover. It's like leather cover. Yeah, there's no name. And to my knowledge, you haven't even opened the book, right? Because it's like
No, I have not opened this book yet. Because at that time, I did not care. I was just trying to get information.
Okay.
And suddenly my informant got shot with a shotgun. That was pleasant.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
And Sean, yeah, you see him take the book, signs it and things.
Yeah. So I suppose Sean will call up his.
Sean will what's that?
Call his brother on the phone, who was headed back to his apartment.
Okay.
To let him know to head down to the police station.
Okay. So yeah, tell me you received a call from your brother?
Hello?
Hey, Tommy, so you're gonna have to come down to the police station to answer a couple of questions.
Sean.
Nothing you've done. Nothing
Sean.
you've never done before.
Sean, you were supposed to take care of this.
Yeah, this is the way it is.
Sean, listen.
So, listen, they Francis is loose.
Yeah.
They cut him loose. No, there's no evidence here, and there's plenty of evidence proving that this guy is just a twitchy dude. I don't know what's.
Yeah. You know what?
Was not used in the 19.
I've been doing a little bit of reading. Got a little file here on Mr. Francis Darling. Let me tell you a little something. I knew I didn't like something about him, mainly because he seems to be typecast as always playing a villain. You know, he's an actor. You know?
Yeah, I think I.
Yeah, he always plays a villain. I don't know
saw
what
him
the deal
at
is.
King Lear at some point. I'm not sure.
Yeah, is that true? I don't know. Listen. Why don't you ask him? Are you with him right now?
He's in the next room, picking, just kind of getting released and processed.
Alright. Why don't you ask him before they process him? What's his real name?
What do you mean? What's his real name?
You might have evidence here that maybe Francis ain't exactly who he says he is.
Then I guess Sean
Ooh.
is this. All right. Well, let's keep that information at between the two of us.
All right.
But either way, you're gonna have to make your way down here. Francis did mention something about some blackmail that a guy named Joseph Williams.
I'll look into it. Give me a few minutes.
That might be you have there.
Give me a few minutes before I head over.
Well, the sooner the better. Get this done.
All right.
Then Sean hangs up and just kind of loiters around waiting for Francis, I guess.
Okay, yeah, Francis, you sign like a few papers, give you your stuff, and you walk over to Sean in the reception.
So, are we done here? Am I free to leave?
Yeah, looks like you're going to be all set. But I really recommend, I don't even know how you would accomplish it, but keeping a low profile. If the police are going to be following you around, it's going to be a little crazy. Anything you do, you know, if you're connected to all these murders, traumas, or whatever's going on, you're gonna find yourself back in jail really fast.
Well, I've been trying to keep a low profile. I've been trying to keep myself in crowds to make sure that people have been able to see me. And I almost got jail time. I'm not quite sure what to do with myself now.
Where are you staying?
I'm currently staying at a hotel on Marsh Street.
What name are you staying under?
My name, of course, Francis Darling.
And I kind of look at Francis.
Can I do a psychology check on him?
Yeah.
Never mind. That's
Totally
you
a
seem
question.
very sincere. Yep. I suppose I should
Well,
have.
I recommend
under a
maybe
different name, I guess.
maybe you should change your name. Stay under a different name at the hotel.
Yeah, maybe I should after my life was a moment.
You might want to consider keeping me and my brother in touch. We provide a unique series of services when it comes to
Series
things
of-
in a legal gray area. Is where we like to function.
May I inquire what these services pertain?
Oh, just defense and all kinds, both in a courtroom and outside.
That sounds rather expensive, Mr. Callahan.
Well, we can work that out later. Right now, my brother's on his way down here. He has the bag that you've been looking for, and I think you can just be on your way.
That's not really my bag. That is the man who got shot's bag, and it would be... I imagine the police would be mighty upset if they found out he had it.
Oh yes. Well,
I imagine
that's
they'd
easy
be
enough.
mighty upset at the man who stole it, too.
Oh yeah, no. We're gonna. I wasn't sure if that was something you needed back, but that's not a problem.
No. Why did he take Ripley's effects?
I have no idea. I can't always be accountable for my brother's actions. That I can.
'Cause-
He's not only my brother but also a client.
Because this service that you are trying to pitch to me is not sounding like a great idea with your brother under employ.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a problem then.
Yes.
And Sean just kind of heads outside and shakes Francis' hand. And just kind of waiting for Tommy to show up.
It's been a pleasure, Sean, and I am going to attempt to hail a taxi back to my hotel.
Okay. As you do.
I do say to Francis, taxi, I cannot believe that you got off so easily. It's just, I'm gonna cite this in future cases. This is a beautiful thing.
Well, it's been one of those days, or one of those couple of days.
Yeah, sometimes they just falls your way.
So they never come in singles, do they? Always come in multiples.
Not as many as you've probably seen.
Fantastic.
No, I've seen more than a man usually sees in his life.
Can you
Absolutely.
give me
Yes.
a spot hidden
Oh boy. Yes, I can. That's a 26.
Just as you turn your head away from him after saying that, to try and flag a taxi, you see a man enter the alleyway next to the police station. Do you recognize
I'm imagining that's one of two people. That's either Georgie or that's Scarface.
It's Scar.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I kind of have beef with him because he stabbed me, but I kind of don't have beef with him because he helped me murder someone.
Sean,
Mm.
can you give me a spot hidden roll since you had the description that Francis gave to the officer? You also
Yes.
see, just as you see Francis looking towards somebody, and there's like this look over Francis's face. You look over and you just see a man enter the alleyway. You don't really see his face, but you see a man enter the alleyway, and you can see Francis staring towards this man. And there's this perplexity. I don't know. How do you look, Francis, as you look at it? As you notice the alleyway.
Who was
Um,
that, Francis?
I'm kind of just like half staring at him, like, what? I think that was the man at the theatre and the playhouse.
The man at the theater and the playhouse.
Yes. The man who stabbed me in the thigh and then assassinated James Wallace.
I'm gonna take a walk around the. Let's see where this guy's headed.
Okay.
Are
What's
you
his-
sure that's a wise idea? I did just get off from the police, and chasing an assassin would be rather unwise when I was just told to not. Seek out any trouble.
So that man there is the assassin that's been running around murdering.
And we are also right outside a police station with police
Absolutely.
inside.
All right.
I don't think that we
Yeah.
need to instigate this.
All
I
right.
think we should go back inside and report this. And that's what I do. I am going to go inside.
I'll walk back inside. Well, what description are you going to give them? I mean, there's a vague sight of a man that we don't know.
I was just going to open with some like I think I saw the man that I saw at the theatre last night.
The receptionist looks
hold
at you.
on.
I'll go and get Detective Davies. He rushes down the corridor to the interview room. You saw him before. They exchange a few words. Detective Davies comes out and closes the door. And then they come over to you. Yes, sir.
You
Someone?
did just ask me to not run headlong into trouble
Mhm.
with anything I find. I believe I just saw the man with the scars who assaulted me the other day, and also carried out the assassination last night.
Where did you see him, sir?
Just in an alleyway across the road.
Okay. He shouts over to another officer. Would you be able to stay here, sir? He looks at both of you. Just stay in the reception area. Don't do anything. And he goes with another two officers. The receptionist is still there. But another two officers leaves the police station with her and goes to the alleyway that you suggested.
I suppose staying here would be too bad.
Okay. Tommy, are you on your way, or did you decide not to drive to the police station yet?
The first things that I do is take the file on Francis and put it inside the briefcase underneath my mattress.
You're putting
Then
it
I head
inside
over to
the
the
briefcase?
police. Yep.
You see a lot of money in the briefcase.
Whoa.
Like, a lot of money. You've never seen your brother handle this amount.
Oh, didn't he show it in the car earlier?
No, he didn't. He just told me.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. I shove the file in there, close it up tight, make a mental note to ask my brother about it later.
Okay.
And I head over to the police station.
Okay. So yeah, you're on your way. Francis and Sean, both give me a listen roll, please, after about 10 minutes have passed.
I'm going to spend a 3 luck on that.
And Sean as well. Francis, you think you hear a... It's a very faint sound. You're not sure what it is. But it sounds like somebody choking on water, maybe? You're not sure.
Somebody talking what?
Like gurgling? Like as somebody gurgles their mouth when they're, like brush their teeth and they're gurgling with water. Gargling with water.
Is this coming from deeper within the police station, or is this coming from outside?
You're not sure where it's coming
Deeper.
from. Sounds like it's coming from within the police station. Yeah.
Okay. Is the receptionist still here? Any of the other police officers that I've noticed, are they all still accounted for?
Yeah, there's a police officer and the receptionist, and there's another police officer towards the end of the corridor, like sat down. He seems to be like guarding the interview rooms, pretty much. Let me just double check
Okay.
as well, actually. The police officer. Okay. The police officer at the end of the corridor. He like stands up, and he's like starts listening, and he goes to grab his revolver. Like, you think he hears it as well?
I look at him quizzically to figure out why he's pulling his revolver on a man gargling. But okay.
Like, he hasn't grabbed it. He's just like his hand is hovering over it, and he's just like he hears the noise as well. Like, at the same time, it's a bit of a coincidence for you that he's also like moved at the same time that you've heard this noise.
I'm going to keep looking in that general direction.
Okay. He just walks around the corner. A couple of minutes pass. A few more minutes pass. Tommy, you arrived by then? Like 15 minutes later? Or did you drive directly to the police station? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, you drive outside the police station and park. Sean, you hear a car door closing. Francis, you're probably not even distracted by that. You're probably just still staring up the corridor. And yeah, Tommy, what do you do? Do you leave the car, and what do you do?
I lock the car.
Okay.
Head on up to my brother.
Yeah. Just as you notice a police officer standing by the alleyway, on the side of the police station, and you walk into the police station.
Alright. I head on in.
Yeah. Sean, you see Tommy enter. Francis, you keep staring at the corridor. The receptionist says, yes, sir. What's your name?
Tommy Callahan.
Okay, we are expecting you, but can you just wait in the reception area for now? Detective Joe Davies is currently unavailable, but he should be available soon.
I look at Sean. I go, what's going on?
Yeah, so was I aware of what was going on with Francis? Just now, was I like inside the police station? Or...
Oh, he saw Scar.
Right, I saw the same. Yeah.
And you also heard my statement before when I described this man.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely saw him go. I just was wondering if I was inside the police station, where I was, where I was. Yeah.
You're inside the police station in the reception with Francis.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's the same. That's the same location as Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's just walked in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Down the interview.
No.
Something different.
I just asked you what's going on.
Yeah. No. I say you need to answer some question for the police.
All Well, it seems like everybody's tense here.
Yeah, well, we kind of just saw something or someone, you know, kind of passing by.
Should we go check it out?
Well, you need to answer some questions for the police first.
Yeah, well, it seems like everybody here.
No, you need to just kind of hang out and wait.
All right. I hang out and wait until they have me answer questions.
Yeah, I'm not really desiring to run after
Okay.
or pursue anything. We'll hang out and wait.
A couple of minutes pass. Since Francis is staring in that direction anyway, Francis, you can see suddenly the police officer that you saw before. He's just running, holding his revolver, and he's sprinting down the corridor towards you. He runs past you onto the street, and he goes to the alleyway.
I stand up and I look around.
The receptionist
Like-
is like, what the hell's going on right now? Like,
It's like, did anybody else just see that shit?
yeah, everybody saw that.
Yeah, no. Sean's head spins as the officer runs through. Like,
Is-
what
Okay.
what the hell was that?
I saw him disappear in the back after I heard a noise. He was hovering over his revolver. He disappeared for 10, 15 minutes, and he just came sprinting out.
Tommy slaps Sean on the shoulder and says, listen, let's go check this out. He pats his coat where he's got his handgun. Let's go check it out.
All right, yeah. We,
I'll lead the way.
I kind of walk so I get a glimpse down the hallway, to take a look. Well, I suppose I let Sean go first to take a look down the hallway.
Sorry, Tommy.
Or Tommy, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Tommy, you look down the hallway. You can see a bunch of interview rooms. There's no other officer here. Tommy, give me a intelligence roll.
Ooh. Damn.
Oh,
Jesus!
Oh, Jesus.
okay.
Fuck.
100 out of 8.
You.
I am smart.
Yeah, you don't think anything's going on. You just think, you know. You don't really
I turn back. I turn back to Sean. I say, "Hey, listen, everything's going. I don't see anything wrong here.
Coast is clear.
Coast is clear, you guys." I walk out into the hall.
You walk out into the hall, or
Yeah, I walk out into the hall.
Yeah.
Out into the middle of the hall.
okay, yeah.
Like it's just around the corner, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not phased. Nothing really. Again, you just see there's like a back area. There's currently like an open door. Leading down some stairs to like look like an underground area underneath the police station. And it looks like there's like a fire exit door. Which looks like you've seen. Actually, this is Tommy I'm talking to, right?
Yep.
Okay, Tommy, you have seen this before. As you go to the other end of the corridor and you turn the corner, where there used to be a door, there is only ash. There's just a bunch of ash where there should be a door. Leading down to the stairs.
I motion back to Sean, and I say, "Some fishy's going on here. Can I do a spot hidden roll, or
What
Trying
are
to check
you
out anything.
looking for? Are you just looking in generally, or?
I guess just to make sure that the hallway's safe before he comes down it."
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll, just as you like
Alright.
scan the area.
Damn.
Yeah,
Jesus.
totally safe.
Yeah, everything's good. Sean, head on down here. I took care of it.
Yeah. So Sean comes around the corner, and just kind of pokes his head around and kind of starts walking
Okay. You see the
out
same
and down the hallway. Yeah.
You see a bunch of ash in a doorway. Tommy
I'm
looks
gonna
totally-
sheepishly follow as well,
I
because I don't want to be left alone.
yeah. The more the merrier, friend.
Mm.
I'd point out that's the same ash that we saw down at the Swan Club.
You're right.
You got that
What ash?
downstairs at the Swan Club. The detectives, they said that they didn't find any bodies.
How are they not finding the bodies? What do you mean bodies?
Well, there may or may not have been a few more people down in the basement of the Swan Club that,
Yes, I remember seeing them.
yeah, well, a few of them just were gone, and left behind was just kind of piles of ash, bits of clothes, stuff like that.
What are you implying? Clothes? You saying that they just, turned to dust?
I have no idea. Thus why I didn't bring it up. I don't have an explanation for exactly what any of that was. Unless you have an explanation as to why the sky turned black outside and why I could see the image of some weird dude outside as I'm looking out the door. I don't have an explanation for the bodies that were downstairs that seem to be connected to this pile of ash. And that's what's look down the end of the hallway. Where's the door? It's a pile of ash. Seems weird to me.
Is there supposed to be a door here? Are you sure?
There's hinges there, missing a door.
Oh.
Yeah, I point out. Look at the hinges.
Yep. No, it's
Doesn't
right.
make sense.
Clearly,
The other
hinges
side.
equal door.
Maybe they just removed it. Maybe the door was broken and...
Sean keeps walking down the hallway toward where the door was, insistent upon.
Tommy takes the lead,
Something.
pulls his pistol out.
Okay.
Are you sure that's wise to pull a gun out in a police station?
Why don't you just stay here?
I stop for a second and say, "Hold on a second. Where are all the other police? And why did that one go sprinting out of here? Something is not quite adding up. Is the dispatcher still sitting at in the front?
He rushed outside. He's currently outside, standing on the steps, looking dumbfounded to where the other officers ran to. He's kind of like
I say,
on the steps outside the police station.
Francis.
Yeah, Tommy,
Now's your last
put the
chance.
gun away. Run and grab the officer from the front of the steps and tell him something strange is going on with the doors inside.
I'll go grab him.
Okay.
Not sure about your...
Well, I think I agree with you. I don't think we should be just whipping out firearms inside the police station
So,
at the same time.
okay.
I'm not taking any chances.
Tommy has it in his hand, hidden underneath his coat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can flag down the officer at the front desk.
Okay. You get back to reception. He's not there. He's currently just outside on the steps, kind of like looking like, where the hell is everybody? Like, he's looking towards the alley that you notified of him before, and he's just like, he's hesitant to leave because literally it looks like he's the only officer there right now. He doesn't want to leave the police station, but he needs help. Like, he has no idea what's going on.
Excuse me, officer.
Oh yeah. He looks back in. Where's Sean Callahan and Tommy Callahan? He like looks in, noticing that they're not in the reception, and he walks back in with you.
They went to look to where the officer sprinted from to see if there was any cause for alarm, or perhaps, I don't know, persons injured. Is there any communication down there?
Communication. Yeah, there's a line we can
Radios.
call down there. Mostly it's just officers and archives.
Would any of the anyone on foot be able to contact people down there?
Sure. He goes
Oh,
back
okay.
to the reception, and he dials, and he's like got the phone held up to his ear, and he's just like waiting there for a few moments. He just puts it back down. There's no answer.
Well, the brothers believed that a door is missing down there too.
The brother? Yeah, where are they?
They're down the corridor.
He gets up from the reception, and he walks down the corridor. Are you still there? Around the corner?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we moved.
Yeah, Sean and Tommy are still in the hall.
Okay, you hear your footsteps approaching you. And then the officer pops around the corner. Gentlemen, can you please get back to the... And then he notices the door as well. What's going on here?
The door hasn't been removed for maintenance.
No,
or-
there was a door there. It was a fire exit door.
We assumed it was removed or burned, some sort of controlled fire.
No. And then he looks at the ash on the floor. Can you please get back to reception, gentlemen?
Yeah, but how do you explain exactly what's going on?
I have no idea what's
And
going
why
on. I
did
don't
the
know where
officer-
everyone is. Hey, check.
I say we go down there. You lead the way.
I say we go back to the
Yeah.
I need to
reception.
stay at reception.
Okay.
All right, we walk with the officer. Francis is going back to reception too.
Tommy tucks his pistol.
The officer just checks a few of the rooms, and then like opens one of the interview rooms and sees Atticus still basically chained to the desk there, and he's like, "Oh god." He just closes the door and locks it. Can you, Francis? You stayed in the reception, right? Or did you follow the officer back to where they were?
I followed them back to where they were.
Okay.
I was following the officer.
All of you, just give me a spot hidden roll quickly as you walk with the officer back to reception. As he does this.
It's a hard success.
Damn.
And a hard success.
Aha!
Too
Sean
hard.
and Francis, you notice as he just quickly looks into that interview room, you can see Atticus just sat there at the desk, and then the officer closes it and locks it, and then walks back to reception. Atticus looks like.
Did I notice any shadows, by the way? Because I imagine with a phobia, I would be looking for shadows.
Thomas, give me a power roll.
He's gaining strength.
Arthur?
What? Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
No, that's okay.
That's fine.
I have to roll something?
Yeah, a power roll, please.
Sorry, I was facing out.
That's okay.
That's a lot of luck.
Uh-oh.
Francis, just
Yay,
because
someone's
you're
gonna
looking
die.
out for it. Yeah, you see some of the shadows in the room shifting even though there's no light moving.
I squeak a little bit.
Okay. The officer like looks at you, frowns at you. Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, sorry, I just lapse of nerves, you know,
Uh-huh.
or a few days.
And the officer just starts walking back to the reception. And you were all following, I presume?
Yep.
And yeah, Sean and Tommy, you
Yeah.
notice Francis squeak. And Sean, you see Atticus sat in the room by himself, chained to the desk.
And the officer closes the door and just leaves Atticus
He closes the door and locks it.
and locks it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we head back to reception.
Okay. As you get back to reception, the detective and another two officers return, and be like, we couldn't find anyone. And then one of the other officers will say, this way, and they just like brush past you, basically back to where you came, towards the door. And then they disappear around the corner.
Yeah, I want to take
officer, he's just like got his arms out, like they didn't say anything to him. He's like, for Christ's sake. And then he just sits back down at reception.
I'm gonna take a walk over to the corridor to see where the officers went once they return with the detective. I kind of want to try to see what their reaction is to seeing the door.
Okay. First, can you give me a stealth roll?
A stealth roll. Well, not gonna be.
I also want to do this.
Oh,
Okay.
yep.
So Tommy and Sean do this.
I don't make it.
Tommy, can you give me a stealth roll as well? Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I would say Tommy, you are ahead, and you just like basically silently saunter down the corridor, and then Sean, you try to follow your brother, but the receptionist like he just notices you at the corner of his eyes, like back to reception, sir, please. And then he starts like writing some other notes. Tommy, you get to the end of the corridor. You see the officers. They just like glance at it, but then they just rush downstairs.
I want to follow him, at least to the doorway.
Okay, you follow them to the doorway, and you can see them get to the bottom of the stairs, and then they open another door. You can hear a door being opened, and then they walk through. You can hear footsteps fading off.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
I wish to follow down the stairs until I see this door that was opened. Did I hear it close?
No, they left it open, as far as you're concerned, and they seem quite rushed in their footsteps, the pacing of their footsteps.
I follow them down the stairs.
Okay. You follow them down the stairs. You can see lights being switched on again. Some of them seem to be flickering. And you can kind of see it looks like it's an archives. And there's like another door. Like, so there's the door that's just been opened, and then there's like a little gateway, and then there's like another door, which like it's like a grated gate, which has also been opened, and that's currently being left open as well. With the flickering of the lights, you can see some like shelves and things. And as you look in, can you give me a sanity roll, please?
Oh boy. Playing it loose, playing it loose.
Okay.
Ooh.
You just take 1 point of sanity damage. Again, you just see all of these shelves are just full of ash, like ash pouring from the shelves, and you just starting to think, just what the frickin' hell, basically. Like, you just have no idea what's going on, and the officers are they seem quite they're agitated. They're just looking around, looking through the ash, and they're not even paying attention to where the door is right now. So like, you're at the doorway just looking in, and you can see the officers are seem to be frantic, looking around, and there's just ash. All of the shelves the same, just ash pouring from them.
How far away are they in the middle of the room and I'm in the doorway?
They're in the middle of the room to the right, so at the moment, from the angle where you are at the doorway, they can't even really see you.
Okay.
And the lights are flickering as well, making it a little bit more difficult. And you are super silent, so yeah, they don't even know you're there right now.
I'm gonna make a. Can I see what I can spot hidden around the room?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll.
God damn it! With this
See,
bullshit.
all those good rolls you made in the beginning, man.
I know, right? I know.
They're gone.
You only see ash. That's all you really see. Like a minute or so passes. Again, the lights start flickering a little bit faster now. At one point you blink. Can you give me a power roll as well?
Power roll.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jeez.
That moment you blink again, you see the face of the figure that you saw in your dreams.
The mask.
Yeah. And just it just makes you catch your breath, as in like when you jump into a like a bath of cold water, and you just like you quickly open your eyes and you're like, Jesus, like just this cold sensation of your body all of a sudden.
All right. I want to yell to the police, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And I run back up the stairs.
Okay, you run back up the stairs. Francis and Sean, what are you doing while Tommy disappeared?
I'm just waiting at the reception.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loitering.
Okay. Loitering with intent.
Yes. Precise.
Tommy, you're watching the end of the corridor. Tommy comes around the corner and starts sprinting. Literally. Sprinting towards you. The receptionist is like, "Get back to the reception, sir." It's like, the way the receptionist police officer, like, he looks quite young, and it looks like he's just been stuck on desk duty. More like a nanny, trying to control people.
I kind of try to catch my brother Tommy as he comes flying through the room, telling him to kind of calm down and stop.
The mask.
Sean, I saw the mask. It's still in there.
I don't know what mask you're talking about. What is going on? Where are the other officers? Where's the detective?
They're still down
the
there.
corridor start flickering a little bit.
Tommy pulls his gun.
Okay, the officer at
Oh,
the desk.
Receptionist, be damned.
Sir, can you put your firearm down? And then he pulls his revolver, and like you can clearly see that officer at the reception is like his hands shaking as he's holding the revolver.
Tommy regards him and kind of he lowers it and tucks it back into his bag.
I say keep your gun out. It's fine.
Just as you say that,
I tell the other officer to relax. I say I'm attorney. McDonald versus City of Chicago.
Okay. Just as you say that, the receptionist officer, like, he kind of like nods, like his hand's still shaking, and then he almost jumps as you hear gunshots coming from the end of the corridor, or from that direction anyway.
Guns out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard, from what you heard, a round of shots. Several shots are being fired.
I'm going to walk up to Tommy and I'm going to say, "Give me my gun. Give me my gun. Give me my gun."
I may have.
Let's. Sean suggests that we all leave the police precinct at this moment in time.
Yes, actually, I think that's a better idea.
Place to be right now. Seems like a police matter. I'm just an attorney. If they have something to do with us, they can call us later.
Oh shit! I don't
boy.
like silent power rolls.
Thomas, you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
You start feeling quite. How to say? Earlier you felt cold, you felt hungry, you felt thirsty. You feel very satisfied now. You feel very full. You feel okay. You're feeling quite happy actually. Quite content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the presence?
Presence seems to not be in the room with you anymore.
Okay.
And you just feel your energy like return to you. You feel fine. Can't even feel the pain in your chest.
Oh, can I check my wound?
Yeah. It's just a scar.
Like,
It looks like it's healed as well.
okay, I'm gonna try to move.
Yeah,
Do I
maybe.
feel any pain?
Yeah, no pain at all. Feel like your normal self.
Holy crap. Okay.
Sanity roll.
Yep. Nope.
Just 1 point. To you it seems impossible, but right now you're just putting it down to like the medical staff must be really good. but you just have no idea
Okay.
how this is possible. But you feel fine.
Okay. Are my clothes around?
Okay, question for Mike and Sean, Kevin and Mike. Would hospitals in 1920s have? So I know some hospitals they keep the clothes in the room with the patients, or would they be taken?
Oh, they'd probably be taken, and you'd be given crappy germ. Well, let's see.
This is a criminal. Everything that would be on him would be taken by the police as evidence,
Yeah,
and then given to him when he's released.
you would have a Johnny.
Yeah, and there would be a police officer present.
Nah, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
today
Was he a
certainly-
criminal?
No, that we're saying in 1920s.
But I'm a victim.
Right, but he's
He's
yeah.
a victim. You're
Right.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's not a
he
criminal.
would be in the hospital,
Victim.
but not in the room. I don't think.
His stuff wouldn't be in the room, but yeah, the head nurse would definitely know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thomas is not close in the room right now, but you are currently wearing a hospital gown.
It would be on the floor that they are on.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, just to clarify, what is a Johnny? Because Johnny has a very different meaning in the UK.
Oh,
Yes,
like,
yes, it does.
Oh yeah.
It's a gown that
Right.
goes over the front of your body but
Right.
leaves the back exposed.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
So your
that's-
ass cheeks are visible.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
He's not wearing a massive condom.
Yeah, that's what it means.
No,
in the
yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
Ah,
Taking
yes.
a bath if you think you're having.
Yes. Nope. No, that's what I meant to say. Is that's exactly what he has on.
Okay.
It's
Wearing it
just
like a
condom.
mermaid.
It's just a condom running around a hospital with a bullet wound in his chest.
Yep.
No,
Okay.
just kind of it's a post-surgical.
God,
Okay.
you're
I'm just gonna try to call a nurse
Okay.
if I can.
You call nurse. She comes in. Hello. How are you feeling? Did you sit up? Are you standing or?
No, I'm laying down.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't remember much, but I think I was shot.
Yes.
Did anyone call someone?
No one's called. We just informed the police. That's the only thing. When we got you stable, we informed the police. That's the only thing that happened. Since they haven't
Okay,
contacted
good.
us since, nobody's contacted us. I don't think the only people that know is the police. They're the only people. Is there anybody you want us to contact on?
Yeah, if you could call the Professor Thaddeus Thatch on the Miskatonic University. He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
I would like to see him if possible.
Okay. She makes a note of that. And then, would you like any water, any food?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. She leaves. You do notice that you're not in a general room. You're in a private room.
What? Sorry?
You do
He cuts out for a
notice-
sec.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. You do notice that you are in a private room. You are not in a general hospital room with many patients and curtains. You're in a private room. Which to your
Okay, can I
knowledge
see?
of obviously becoming a medical student, you do know that they're quite costly.
Okay. Can I see any officer around, like the police officer?
No, not from where you are in the room. No.
Okay. But I'm not gonna show the wound right now because I don't want anyone thinking, because I know that is strange, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
drugged, but I know that wasn't supposed to happen like that.
Like,
So I'm
you
just
don't really know how much time has passed, but you know enough time hasn't passed that your body would have healed naturally.
okay. But I know like I think I know the time because I have the medical notes, and that should have the time that I arrived at the hospital and all
Yeah.
that, right?
Literally, you arrived 20 minutes after being shot, and then they spent the next hour or so basically operating on
So
you,
I-
pumping you full of drugs and getting you into this room.
Yeah, so I know it's the same day that I went to see Carlson, so
Mhm.
I know that not so many time has passed.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not well
Okay.
and try to contact the professor.
Okay. You do that. Back to Francis, Sean, and Tommy. You just had gunshots. And the lights flickering of the corridor.
Well, I thought we were agreeing to get the fuck out of this place.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Are people there?
Oh, okay,
Yep.
I was muted.
Oh,
Yes, nope. We are going to be
I'm out of the room
walking out of here.
for a second.
The officer, the reception, he's like stepping, like almost shaking legs, pointing towards the corridor, and his hands are shaking, and he doesn't even stop you from leaving. Like, yeah, he looks like a rookie.
Yeah, no, we walk outside, and I say, where's the car parked in relation to where we are?
It was the opposite side of the road, if I remember, because you said you pulled up just outside, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would just been like opposite
Yeah.
the police station, then, the other side of the street.
So let's make our way down toward the car.
Okay. You walk to the other side of the road, and you get into the car. Francis and Sean, not Tommy, give you another spot hidden roll as you do this.
Nope, not seeing anything.
And Sean?
I'm seeing all of the things.
Sean, you notice that same man exit the alleyway and he starts walking up the street.
I, Tommy, and with them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't see.
Yeah.
But you
All right.
you don't know
I
all
do not
of
see
this man? 'Cause
Now
you
we're
don't have
just-
the description content yet.
Right.
It's just like-
Now we're just sitting in the car on the street at this point.
Yes.
But he's
sitting-
walking back out of the alley.
And he's walked out of the alley that was next to the police station, and he's just walking casually up the street.
I'm gonna just watch him. I'm gonna see if there's any reaction from the police. Where the officers were kind of running back and forth from that alley where he came from, back inside.
Okay, like I would say like
so-
20 seconds past, the man stops. Like I would say like almost about halfway down the street, he stops, just lights a cigarette and starts smoking. And there's no reaction from the police station. Like a minute or so passes, and then he flags down a cab, and then gets into it and starts to drive off.
All right, Tommy, follow that guy's car for a little bit here. Let's see where he's going.
What's
Francis, that's
What's
the
going-
guy that you saw at the previous crime scenes, and we just saw down the alley, correct?
Yes. Correct.
we're following him? Why?
To see what the hell's going on here.
We're gonna find out. What's
None
going
of this
on.
makes sense.
And you think just following this man is going to help?
I think doing nothing could be worse.
Mm,
The more information we have, the better. Besides,
Give
if
me-
this comes back that you're under the wraps for some more of these crimes, or you also connected to any of these series of crimes, what better way to exonerate?
I imagine that we would get a book answers for vigilantism.
I put the car in gear and hit the gas. I fall, regardless of what Francis says. He can jump out of the car.
As you're walking? Yep.
Yeah, he start following the guy. If he's driving away, I'm gonna keep up with him.
Okay.
At least give me my gun back.
Don't drive crazy.
Don't have your
and
gun.
Give him.
I'm pretty.
Be ready for whatever's going on.
Here. I give him this gun.
I am going to I'm going to remove the expended bullet and put a fresh bullet in.
Do you have any bullets on
Two.
here?
I imagine I would have had bullets on. Shit, I didn't specify that I had any, so I imagine that the police probably have them in the evidence locker somewhere.
I think they would
No, I
have
don't.
confiscated them considering they don't want you to have a gun right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't reload my gun then.
Well, he only shot it once. What kind of gun was it?
45 revolver. Yeah,
okay. Alright.
I'm keeping track of
Francis,
how many rounds I've got.
Have
Yes?
you still got the book? Are you still holding the book?
Yes.
Okay,
Ooh,
this is enough.
I forgot.
I tried my hardest
Follow
to
him.
follow the
Follow
car.
him. Drive casual. Drive casual here.
I try to stealth more than I drive.
I just,
Uh,
I wonder why.
I would like to use this skill instead of this other one.
Yes,
I
exactly.
would like to act like I can drive.
I want to stealth my way around everybody's perception of how I drive.
I persuade the keeper that I am driving.
Yeah.
but yeah, I just.
You're just driving in the city. It's like, by this time, it's almost 5 p.m. It's starting to get dark, but it's not too dark. So, it's not too difficult to follow him. And if you... Oh, you don't have the... Do you have the bag with you?
No, everything is stashed in my apartment.
Right, okay.
The money in the bag were
I
stashed.
was going to say you
but
actually
the
have a map of
pistols-
Arkham, but you don't.
No, well,
It's in the bag.
I've been living here for a few.
I lean over. It's more. It's wicked. It's cool.
Yeah, you
While this is
managed to-
going on,
Yep.
while this is going on, can I try and find a title for this book in maybe the first few pages?
So you unclasp it and open it?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do I notice Francis opening the book?
Yeah.
Or that he has a book?
Are you in the front seat?
I
or
guess.
in the
Well,
back
I
seat?
guess I would have noticed.
So what's happening
Um,
now? Who's driving? Who's in the...
I'm in the back. I imagine.
Yeah,
I'm driving.
yeah. I suppose I'd be riding in the front. Shotgun.
Okay.
passengers.
Give me a spot hidden roll then. See if you notice Francis doing this.
Yeah, I assume I would have seen that he has a book, but
It's a fail.
yes,
You don't
Nope.
notice. Francis, you
we're
open
just
the book,
cruising along.
You're mainly focused on the guy on the car right in front as you're following it. The taxi's not speeding or anything. It's quite easy to follow, and it's just driving up towards the street, towards the river. Francis, you open the book as you're driving. There are no. It's just full of blank pages.
I flick through it like a wad of cash and
Okay.
see if I can find
As you
words.
As you flick through it, like a wad of cash, you reach roughly a third of the way through, and then you notice you open it, and then there's like being a shape, a small circular shape, and with like a bit of triangle as well, cut into the book, and there is a ring inside the book, and on the page opposite that ring, there's a bit of a strange symbol. This is what you see.
Oh
And the
my
symbol
Mm.
god.
opposite.
Okay, I'm going to take the ring out of the book and pocket it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you notice the strange symbol?
Yes, I imagine I do.
Okay. Thomas,
Oh boy.
precise moment. You feel as
Okay.
if you know exactly where they are. You don't know how to describe this feeling, but you know where they are.
Who? Francis?
Yeah, you know where Francis is right now. You don't know how, but you just...
Okay. He's close to me? Close to
Not close to you, no. You know he's in Arkham, and you know... You just know which street he's on right now, and you know he's moving.
Can I concentrate on that feeling?
You can try. Give me a power
Okay, I
roll.
would like to try.
Yeah. You know that he's approaching the Miskatonic River.
Sorry, what? It cut out.
You know that he's approaching the Miskatonic River right now.
Okay.
And as you're following the car, I think that's a good time to end today's session.
Alright.
I feel bad